Oh, a bit more of a delay there, but there we go. We are finally ready to get this show on the road. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Stubble FM. My name is Stu. We play Football Manager around here. And today, it's Aston Villa, as it has been for the last few streams. We're heading towards the January transfer window, albeit with not very much money at all to use. But we'll see whether there are any incomings or outgoings today. And we have got some difficult games to begin with. Remember, this save so far has been a bit of a challenge. We started very badly, and we've been on the road to recovery in the month of November and December, and we're getting there, but it's still not 100% there, although we were helped in the last last video, by the fact that we managed to beat Manchester United, a very unexpected victory, which was very, very nicely received, because again, we have got a difficult run of games which we'll get to today. This is being streamed on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching the full stream that's been uploaded onto there. And if you enjoy either on Twitch or on YouTube, drop a like on YouTube, drop a follow on Twitch, drop a subscription on YouTube. You can drop a subscription on Twitch if you want. I'm not your mother. You do what you want to do. But any kind of support would be greatly appreciated. Right, enough of that nonsense. Let's actually get on with the main event, which is Football Manager. Let's get into it. Woo! Okay, so here is the Premier League table, which does make for a little bit of grim reading. We are 14th. As mentioned before, it has not been a good start in the slightest. However, as you can see, we did win against Manchester United last time out. If we have a look at the actual fixtures that we've had all season, again, you can see, ignore the friendlies. That was a rotten start. We had one win from when we started the season up until the 1st of November, or past the 1st of November, up until the... what was that? The 6th of November. One win, and that was against Everton. And then we did turn it around from that point onwards. That was the only loss we had in the month of November, which was good. Losing 2-0 against Liverpool. And then we won every single game apart from a draw against Wolves. And then it has been a mixed December, but it still continued the pattern of recovery, which has been nice to see. So hopefully we can continue that today. Now, we do have two very difficult games to begin with. Arsenal and, first of all, Chelsea. But then after that, we've got Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, Blackpool, Everton. There's a run of games we should be getting some results from there. So let's see whether we can hopefully do that. In terms of the condition of the squad, we have got two injuries. One to Leon Bailey, one to Harvey Elliott. Leon Bailey is out. Well, we'll find out because that happened in the last game. And then Harvey Elliott is out for up to 7 days. In terms of average rating, Jadon Sancho has actually been one of our best players, which is a bit of a surprise. And Luca Digne has also been there as well, along with Matty Cash and Morgan Rogers. Although Morgan Rogers has been struggling, but he's starting to maybe creep back into form just a little bit. Just a tad. Came onto the attacking midfielder in that game rather than being the striker, which he had started to... Well, I remember him doing quite well as a striker. We only played him in a couple of games, though, and actually... was he that good as a striker? Maybe, maybe not. To be honest, looking at this, we're struggling to get the best out of him, really, aren't we? So we need to figure out the best way to get as much out of Morgan Rogers as we possibly can. He did get an assist against Manchester United in attacking midfield. He came on in the 38th minute, wasn't meant to start, but ended up doing a decent job. This is the formation we used against Manchester United, I believe. I can't remember exactly what we used because it's been a little while since I've streamed. But as you can see, we're still trying to work certain things out in terms of who plays where. Morgan Rogers will obviously end up being the attacking midfielder, probably. Emi Buendia has done a decent job there when called upon. To a degree. I mean, against Wolves, he was good. Against Powak, he was a winger. Did a couple of good games there. I mean, one of them was against Sutton, so that doesn't really count. I don't know, actually. Is it difficult to say. We're gonna have to work it out all again, because again, it's been at least 10 days, maybe longer than that, since my last stream, just from how things have kind of fallen. So my glasses are just annoying my ear here. These are not my favourite pair of glasses to wear. I've got a couple of pairs, but these are the ones that I've got in my office. But Buendia has had a decent Premier League campaign. I mean, he hasn't really, has he? No, I feel like he's done better than he actually has in real life he's done well, but obviously in the game not so much. Bailey, let's have a double check and see how bad that is for Leon Bailey. Twisted ankle, 10 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll just allow him to have that time to recover. I think that's the sensible thing to do. So we'll take him out. I mean, Allison had a decent game. I'll tell you what we will do. We'll bring in Morgan Rogers into the starting 11, put him in the attacking midfield spot. What position did Rogers play as? It was just an attacking midfielder, wasn't it? So let's return him back to that. That feels like the smart thing to do. Swap those two around there. And we'll make sure it's personalised for him. Buendia will be on the right. McGinn, we still need to figure out the enigma that is John McGinn. I mean, even when we played in the system with a central midfielder, he's not really done that well. So that, I mean, his form has been absolutely shocking. Actually, in Europa League, he's been good. What have we used him in the Europa League? Bodo Glimt. He did quite well as a shadow striker in about half an hour's worth of a game. Go Ahead Eagles. He had a really good game, but then was injured in the 25th minute, so that wasn't very good, but he was playing well up until that point. That was as a right winger. Man City played well in that really, really dreadful game, but he did quite well in that one as a central midfielder on attack midfield. And then the last good performance there was Ludogorets as an attacking midfielder. So maybe attacking midfield is the actual position for him. I don't know. We need to figure out how to get the best out of him. But let me just move things around. Jadon Sancho will now come back into the squad. Ollie Watkins we're looking to get rid of. Everton have put a bid in for him. Man United are also interested in him, so we'll see what comes of that. But if we move him on, we do need to then think of who comes in as a replacement. So we need to be thinking about that as well, because Tammy Abraham ain't going to cut it. And Morgan Rogers, although we played him as a striker, he's not really a striker. So we need to think of what to do there. Jadon Sancho is obviously going to come back into the starting 11, by the way. I just thought we better be doing that. Jadon Sancho's best position has been, to be honest, recently it's been on the left-hand side, hasn't it? So that would return John McGinn onto the right, where we have got the occasional game out of him, which has done quite well. Was Sancho as an inverted... It's not an inverted winger anymore, is it? It's an inside winger. I keep getting that wrong. It was. All of his football, to be fair, has been as an inside winger, where he's played well. Apart from one game against Roma, where he was an actual winger on the right-hand side. But I think he did well against Arsenal, even though we didn't do well. He did well against Bodo Glimt. Didn't do so well against West Ham, but the entire team didn't do well against West Ham. Brighton and Wolves, he wasn't terrible. And he did okay against Powak as well as Leeds. So yeah, he's going to be the left-sided winger. We're going to stick with that. And then John McGinn, he's just going to have to sort this out, quite frankly. And we'll try and see if we can get the best out of him. Whether we can or not is another matter. I'm not going to rest Morgan Rogers because I think he's just come back from an injury, I think. Chelsea's in 7 days. So let's just carry on. Praise Matty Cash because he obviously had a good performance. And then let's just have a quick think about players that we've scouted. Let's just have a quick look at strikers. Because if we do, as I said, move Ollie Watkins on, we're going to need to think about who we want to bring in. Wait. Did we get a transfer budget? I completely forgot about this. Did we get a transfer budget come through? Where did the transfer budget come from? I don't remember us getting that. We must have done. Ignore what I said. We've got money. We've got money to spend. sorry, a bit of a, not that you want to know, but a bit of a phlegmy nose, and I just wanted to clear it without you having to hear it, so I just muted my mic for a couple of seconds. Okay, well, we got money to work with then. So, what's that, £41 million? Well, let's go shopping then. Let's have a look. I mean, I feel like striker's the absolute main thing we need to do, because the strikers that we have at the moment just are not cutting the mustard. And the question is, who do we bring in? I mean, Jared Bowen, how's he doing this season? Not particularly well. But then we can't really see how he's actually playing, so he might not be playing as a striker. He might do well as a striker, but I don't really want to sign someone who's only going to be good for a season. Having said that, Guirassy is kind of standing out to me as someone who could be decent. He's not the quickest in the world, but he's a bit of a brick wall. His mentals are fabulous. Who's he wanted by? Newcastle. Deep line forward. I love me a deep line forward. Got 6 goals in the Bundesliga from 13 appearances. I mean, that's better than any of our strikers. He's a leading Premier League player. He's an injury-prone player. That's the only problem. That does put me off him a little bit. I don't really want to bring in someone who's injury-prone. That would be something that puts me off. Francolino. We were looking at Francolino, weren't we? And we were trying to debate whether he would be a decent signing or not. Like, he would be a decent signing, but whether is he worth us going for? He's wanted by Brighton. I mean, Brighton are good at picking out young players, but is that the kind of player that we want to be bringing in? I mean, he's doing okay in the Europa League. In the Austrian... are they Austrian or Danish? Oh, got that wrong. Sorry, apologies. In the Danish Superliga, he is doing very well. He's got 8 goal contributions in 9 appearances. He does look like he could be very, very good. But I need a bit more knowledge. He's being scouted as we speak, so Francolino could be a good option. Let's have a quick look at the transfer list and just see who have we got on there. I think we looked at Ramos as well, didn't we? Gonzalo Ramos. Good finishing, decent on the ball, relatively quick, relatively strong. We'd have to double check his mentals, but they look pretty good. I mean, he's got 4 goals from 1 start and 8 sub appearances. That ain't bad. He's got 10 goals in his last 2 seasons for PSG. Can't really see how many of those starts or sub appearances. At Benfica, he really had 1 very good season with them. In fact, no, that's a lot. Well, that's Benfica B. He did only have 1 very good season with them, but at 24 years old, he's got 14 goals in 22 caps for Portugal. Do you know what? If we could get him, he'd probably be the one, wouldn't he? Because he's less of a gamble. He's on the transfer list for 42 million. That is all of the money that we've got, but we would then probably be moving on Ollie Watkins. So I think Gonzalo Ramos is looking like the one so far, isn't he? He's the best player who's on the transfer list. I just need the scout report to come back. In fact, we're not even scouting him at the moment. Let me... I want to scout him, but I want to scout him just for a week. I don't want to miss out on him. So, let me go to club, responsibilities, scouting. Watch them for a week as default. Right, Ramos. We'll have to go continue 1, and then we'll do it. Oh, Carrick's gone. We've cost Michael Carrick his job. That is quite funny. But it's not Michael Carrick, but I find it quite amusing. Right, Everton's offer has come back around. It's £30 million straight up. No conditions, nothing. And he wants to go. So we would get £29.5 million of that. I want to confirm that. I want to confirm that. Can't remember exactly where you find that. It's not in here. Where is it? No, it is. You click in here. What's our budget? 100% transfer revenue available. Okay. So we would basically have £70 million to spend, and whatever Ollie's currently on would come back to us as wages. I think we have to accept it, don't we? We can always turn it down at the last minute. I don't really want to do that, but we could. Right. Ramos scout for a week. Definitely not looking at Richarlison. I just thought that's just scouted players, so let's take that off. Any players who are not scouted who are on this list? There are a few, but none that excite me too much. We'll have a quick scout of Pedro Neto as well. Harvey Barnes, not so much. Alright. Get rid of that. Penny. Have a look on our scouted list again, just in general. See who the best player we've scouted is. It's Guirassi. Loriente is a good winger. But are they good though? They've got that white star, which means they might not be. So we do need to bear that in mind. Skelly's worth so much money, so we're not going to be able to get him. I mean, it's a bit of a waste of a scout, really, that, isn't it? Probably going to have to hunt around for a few bargains here. But I'm quite happy with elements of the squad, just the forward line. I think I'd like one proper winger and a striker, so someone like Guirassi or I just forgot his name. Ramos. One of those two would be great, and then someone who can just come in and just settle the ship as a winger would be great. On our scouted list, I don't know if we've got anyone who could do that convincingly for us just at the moment. Milinkovic Savic is on a free transfer. Wait, excuse me? Can I offer him a trial? I mean, I know he's not going to be what he once was, but what a transfer that could be. Depends on what his wages are that he wants, but my God, he's still going to have something about him. Again, it's not FM20 where he was a god, but he's still going to have something about him, definitely. We'll give a scout to Kangin Lee as well. Ruben Neves is on the free as well. I mean, these players who have ended up on frees, we might as well get some cheeky trial offers on the go. I mean, Robinho as well. Ramos was there the whole time and I couldn't remember his name. That's a little bit embarrassing. Okay, well, let's just carry on. Let's carry on. Let's not get bogged down on this too much. It's not even the January transfer window yet. Let's not get bogged down too much. Let's just see what we end up with. All of them have accepted the trial offers, which is obviously very good. But it depends on how much wage they're going to want. I mean, he looks like he could be decent still. He looks like he could be... I mean, he's 28 years old. Fabinho could still be decent. I mean, let's just see how they all do. Make them available for the under-21s, just so they get some match fitness in. Can trialists play in the under-21 league? That's something we need to double check. Da, 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 da. 21 competitions, Premier League 1, rules. Doesn't say anything about trialists there. You obviously want them to get some game time. I'm assuming here it will tell us. Only players registered for this competition are eligible to play. No trialists allowed to play matches. That wasn't on there, so they should be able to play. But I mean, even if we only get one of these guys, that could be huge. Now, he's played in some qualifiers, Milinkovic-Savic, and at 30 years old, his natural fitness is quite high. Yes, he's not the quickest in the world, but he still could be a good player. Neves, 63 cats of Portugal, could be an incredible signing if we could pull that off. Again, 5 appearances. And then Fabinho was a rock defensive midfielder. Again, physically not the best anymore, but again, still playing for Brazil. Very much could still do a job. I mean, we could prioritise money on forwards, striker, a winger, and then we've got those guys to look at as potential options for the midfield positions. I'll say that. I mean, all 3 of those would be great signings. The only problem with those 3 players coming in would be we then have to kind of fit them around the players we've already got. Oh, Man United made an offer now. You offer. I'm going to reject it. And I'm going to make him available for 32. And we'll just see whether United come back in for him. They have, you know. They have. That's worked straight away. Okay. We're going to accept that. And let's go to Everton and cross that one off. And I'm going to up it to 34. I'll do 33.5. See what we get. Everton have offered it. Okay. We've started a bidding war between Everton and Man United. Okay, Onana is wanted by Al Ittihad and Al Nassr. We need to bear that in mind. We're not a mid-block team. Aggression, that's fine. I'm fine with that. That's okay. Let's do the same again. Oh, bit of a disconnection then for some reason. Not entirely sure what that was. Something didn't want me to have any fun there. Yes, we're going to do exactly what I said before. Ollie Watkins is going to get re-offered up for transfer. We're going to offer him for 35 this time. And we'll see whether United are still interested in him with that. They are, you know. And they've left it negotiable as well. I'm going to not be silly. I'm going to accept it. Our Bogart's ill. Send him home. He's going to be out for 2 weeks. That's not the end of the world. And then we'll reject Everton's offer and we'll do the same again. You want him. That's the offer. 37.5 million. I think Everton have offered again. Oh, Everton have offered again, I think. They have. You offer. They've left it non-negotiable as well. Okay. So, reject United's 37.5 million is significantly more. Got to 39 this time. See if United counter offer. They have. Very predictable. Very happy about that. Very happy about it indeed, in fact. Again, they are leaving it open here. We'll accept it though, and we'll do the same again. The Cameron Archer's close to triggering that clause, which is good to see. And we'll do the same again. Reject from Everton. This will be 40 and a... That's the one I want to do. It will be 40.5 this time. Could get to 41. Should we go to 41? Let's try 41. I've not even been clicking transfer list with this. This is how desperate Everton and United are for him. Will Everton stretch to a couple more million? Show interest. Okay. Tell you what then. Let me bring it down by half. Non-negotiable. Offer player. Go back to what we were doing before. Right. We are here for the game against Chelsea. Can we do what we did to Chelsea, to Man United? I don't think we can, but we'll give it a go. That is going to be the 11. We still haven't got Bailey back. Tyrone Mings. He's had a bit of a difficult season for us, hasn't he? So let's give him a bit of a chance. And he's our defensive midfielder at the moment. At the moment, it's Douglas Luiz. I think he's been doing an admirable job there. Madsen didn't have a good time last time, so we'll bring in Digne. Pick Tammy going up front at the moment. Alisson apparently can do the striker job. He came off the bench last time to score, which is obviously great. But no Watkins on the bench. We'll start with Tammy and just see how he did. He did well last time, apparently, against Man United, so we might as well keep going with that. Opposition instructions. Apply all and then modify. Estevao on his weak foot, which is going to be his right. Garnacho, I'm going to put on his left weak foot as well, even though it's not recommending me to do it, just to be on the safe side. Right foot for Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto onto his right. And then I will press one of these two. I'm thinking Chalobah. And we'll press the keeper as well. Okay, I'm going to do an emergency save just in case we know what Football Manager is like. Let's see how we get on. See how we get on. Wish me luck. Because I think I'm going to need it. Oh, I think I'm going to need it. I don't foresee this going particularly well, but we'll give it as good a go as we can. Give it as good a go as we can. That's all we can do. Okay. We'll say that one. And then we'll do the usual. I've got faith in you, etc. See whether Tammy can continue doing his madness. But a few players are still getting their match sharpness back, so we do have to bear that in mind. That is a stunning team from Chelsea, though. That midfield and attack is very, very good. I mean, we're no slouches ourselves, but how are they doing? They are 9th. They're not having a great season, says us. So hopefully we can get something from them. But here we go. We are underway. Let's see whether we can get ourselves a cheeky 3 points out of the realm of what we should be getting. It's probably not going to happen, but we can hope. We can hope. Palmer went for a worldie there. Martinez with the save. Good attempt from him. I paused as soon as the internet decided it wants to wobble. So, 7 minutes into the game. Let's carry on and let's see whether we can get anything going in this one. Again, Chelsea, in theory, are so much better than us. So, I would expect us to struggle away from home against them. But you never know. We could get lucky. We might not get lucky, but we could get lucky. Here's hoping. Here is hoping. Number 23 is our goalkeeper. So, again, they're swarming forward. We're having an occasional move forward, although chances have been a bit of a premium so far. None on target. Well, there we go, one on target. We've actually got joints. Well, for a second, we had the same XG, which I don't know if that's good for us or bad for them. But, yeah, not particularly impressive of us. To be fair, I'd say we've probably had the better start, or the more surprising start. Right. They're trying to play it around. They've actually potentially ballsed up a little bit there, but they've got away with it. It's a poor pass, but we didn't have anyone there to capitalise on it. Right. Fernandez into Estevao. Estevao out wide to Garnacho. Got a bit lucky there. We've got a bit lucky there. That could have been a real problem, but Martinez has done a decent job. And now we have a chance to... Well, we had a chance to break. We're not going to see the break, but we had a chance there to do something, and it just hasn't materialised as to something we can watch. The midfield are struggling a little bit, as are the wingers. Morgan Rogers is the only one who's covering himself in any kind of decent form at the moment. Hammy is struggling as well. Again, because Ollie Watkins has annoyed me this season how much he's not on the bench, we don't have another proper striker option. The only other option we'd have is Allison, who I'd probably bring on as a deep lying forward, which is not a bad thing. I do like a deep lying forward, but I don't know whether Allison is really ready for that. Ball is forward here. Consa deals with it quite well. It's really poor from him, though. He doesn't need to be doing that. And we've just given the ball to Reece James. Now Pedro Neto into there. It's Garnacho. It's Garnacho. That did feel like it was coming because we weren't doing enough. We weren't doing enough there whatsoever. And now we've got hard work. We've just let them do that, which is disappointing when that happens. Right. We need to try and get something going here. Right, Rogers. Gets it to Cash. I think that's going to be offside. Ball to McGinn. Yeah, it's offside. Nice move, but offside. Timing wasn't right. We need a bit of a spark here. Okay, half time. Time to reassess. Their midfield is struggling as well as ours. Wharton isn't really getting into the game so far. The wingers are struggling as well, whereas theirs are actually doing quite well, the wide forwards. So I'm just wondering whether... I'll say that and then try and motivate the guys who aren't playing very well. Those wide forwards are really causing us problems. Pedro Neto and Garnacho. So let's try and take them out of the game a little bit. What are we currently doing defensively? Out of possession. Let's try and trap them on the inside, because it's out wide is where they're causing us problems. So if we try and get them to the point where they're having to kind of come into here, that might help us a little bit. And then we can just kind of hard tackle them a little bit. That would be great. We've got no yellow cards so far, so I've got no problem with some hard tackling. Let's press a little bit more. And then I'm quite happy with everything that I see here at the moment. Try and get the ball out a little bit quicker just so we can try and catch them on the hop. I'm just debating about the fullbacks, whether we make them actual fullbacks. It means we lose their ability in an attacking sense. Well, not lose it, but it's not quite as good as it was. Well, that could be worth giving it a go. Potentially, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we take Wharton off. Move Douglas to there. Bring on Kamara or Onana. Maybe Kamara. Or do we give him... No, let's give him some of the second half. Let's give him a little bit first. I'll give Tammy a bit longer as well. Tammy's not had a great start. I might deep line forward him. And then he's hopefully making the space for Rodgers to run into. Is what I'm thinking. And then, yeah, out of possession, I'm happy with that. I think. Go for that. Right, second half. Why are we unbalanced? Why are we unbalanced? We should be on positive. If we've just done that first half unbalanced, I'm quite happy actually. Let's do it on positive this time and see if it makes a difference. Can't believe we did that unbalanced. Maybe that was deliberate actually, thinking about it. It is Chelsea after all. Well, we'll find out. We do look like we've started this second half quite well. I will put work ball into the box on. What a tackle that is from Matty Cash, by the way. Cash now to McGinn. McGinn to Tammy. Tammy to McGinn. First time I've seen McGinn properly in this game. Looking like he's doing something half decent. Ah, why is he shot there? He's got decent shooting, but I don't really appreciate the fact that he's shot there. But we hadn't switched over to work ball into the box at that point. But it was good movement from him. It was good movement from the team as a whole. Decent defending. Although our defenders have really struggled today. Right, set piece. Try and get it out, guys. As far as Chalobah, it's just gone through. Oh, it's just gone through. I don't mind. You see, if they were outplaying us, I wouldn't mind. But that is sloppy. That is so sloppy from us. Right, I'm going to fire the boys up. We are away from home. It's not the end of the world, but that's a deflating one. Because we've actually not played badly in this game. But what of us keep saying? It's the cutting edge. We don't have the cutting edge. Sancho's let us down today. John McGinn has shown touches, but just his decision making hasn't been there. It really hasn't. Okay, we have to make some changes. Rodgers is going up top. McGinn is going in as an attacking midfielder. Abraham is coming off for Alisson. Martinez has had another shocker. We'll bring Mings on. Digne can come off for Maatsen. So many poor performances out there today. Sancho for Buendia. And then I can't just leave it at that for the time being. So again, we've been doing fine. It's just the cutting edge. So let's just see what we can do. Netes picked up a knock, so maybe we'll stop getting any issues from him. Oh, McGinn. Oh, John McGinn. I wish I could figure you out. I really do. Because he just has... Oh, do you know what I've just realised as well? It's not swapped them around in all positions, has it? No, it has. So they're just swapping around on the pitch for no reason, basically, because there's a couple of them who are overlapping there. And it's left us in a really difficult position. Oh, we've just let Palmer through. We've let Palmer through. That's going to be 3. It is 3. Oh, it's bad. That is bad. I'm going to berate the team and go attacking. We've been so much better than this today. Our defending is just like paper mache. We've gone back to early season. I mean, we've been there with all of the shooting. We've been there. We've been exactly where we need to be with all of our shots. Right, Allison. Bit of passion. McGinn. Rogers. Back to Allison. Wharton. Cash. Ball through to Allison again. Consolation goal will make me feel a bit better. Why are we long shooting? We're not meant to be long shooting. The tactic literally has, don't shoot from range. I don't know how else I can tell the players not to do that. I knew we were probably going to lose this game. I didn't really want to get battered like this, though, because this is just a confidence knocker. We've outplayed them for a lot of it as well. Not happy at all. Emi Martinez, I think his time has come. Because in the big games, he just folds completely. So Wharton and Cash are shattered, so that explains poor performances from them. The problem is we've now still got a big game against Arsenal to try and play through. So, who was really poor that time? I mean, Martinez was woeful. Who's in bad form in general? John McGinn. I don't know how many more chances we can give that guy. I genuinely don't. Like, he had 2 back-to-back good performances here, but one of them was in a friendly. In fact, no, it wasn't even a friendly. It was under 21 game. In fact, that wasn't even a good performance, actually. No, ignore me. It was against Go Ahead Eagles. But they're in 2 different positions, so I'm struggling to see. I'm still struggling to see how we get the best out of him. Attacking midfield, I think, is still going to be the one. It's where his best performances have come from. But I think we do need to commit to that. But the problem with that is Morgan Rogers. Where is his best positions? Let's sort his ratings out. I mean, Go Ahead, Powack, United, all attacking midfields. But against Svenja Zvezda, we weren't playing well. He was great on the wing there. He was good as a striker against Wolves. He was good on the wing against Albania for England. Striker, he did okay against Bournemouth and Sheffield United. I don't know, because we need to get the best out of these guys, and we're struggling at the moment to do that. Tammy was really poor in that last game. So do we go back to Morgan up front? Maybe we do. I mean, again, Allison looked quite good in that last game when he came on. He had only a short cameo, but he looked pretty decent. Do we just go keep it a bit simple? And we just put maybe Wendy on that side. I'm panicking about something when we've actually been doing okay. That is a game that we expected to lose. It's just the manner of the loss. The defence were atrocious. Like, that's the worst our defence has been in quite some time. Let me just check the Man United game and just see, because that might have been an error on my part. I might have used a different tactic for Man United. So, United, home win. I know they weren't playing well anyway, but No, we use this tactic. Why Wendy is showing us there, I don't know, but we use this tactic. So, I mean, it is at home, so bear in mind it is at home. So that definitely will have helped. Away from home, that 3-0 loss against Chelsea, that is a drubbing. Have him do that. You two swap, you two swap. Stop you guys tracking as much. These guys getting in. These four are going to be the main attackers. We need to get more out of these wide guys because they're not doing the job at the moment. Have these guys stay wide or they cut inside. Let's take the dribble. Put these to standard. Let's not overload them with instructions. We are pressing more with you. Should be pressing more with you as well. We are. Rogers drop back. McGinn go forward. These guys getting involved as well. These two just sitting here. These two are the wrong way around as well. Why are they doing that? That's not going to be helping. Right. Okay, so Milinkovic-Savic has played a game. He got an assist in it, which is good. Neves, not so good. And Fabinho, solid game, got a yellow card. Okay, we'll see how they carry on, and we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. It's all good. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a disappointing performance when we know we're better than that. And the fact we were on top of them for a good chunk of the game. I think final third is the right one to look at on that one. But Arsenal are going to be the favourites here. Right, Watkins, £39 million. We'll get 37 million to spend. It's got to be done. Ollie's going. Do you know what, Ross Barkley? I'm quite happy to delay the decision on that one. James Wright, how old are you? 21. Yeah, I'm quite happy to try and get a new contract for you. Mason. Let's try and get a new contract for you. I'm just thinking we can sell them on. Luca Lynch would probably need to re-sign. 18 years old. Again, I'm thinking of sale value down the line. Okay. That's fine. He just want a lot. Don't really want to give him what he wants. Give him a high loyalty bonus. I'll give him an appearance fee. Go higher on that. Give you that. There we go. We got there in the end. We have to criticise his form. We're going to have to. Right. Let's give him a racing target of 7. Okay, there we go. Recruitment, and look at that transfer budget. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. That is a thing of beauty. Now let's pop a bit over the wage side of things. We've got £80 million to spend in this transfer window. That excites me. Okay, we've got a bit more of an idea of Ramos. We've got extensive knowledge. Be a leading Premier League player. And really, for the quality is, that's a bit of a bargain. Do we know any more about Francolino just yet? No, we don't. The thing with Francolino is the reason why I'm thinking of him more is I just think he would be... Got a few scout report finished, actually. We know about that one. Pedro Neto, he's good. Could be a star player, but he's got problems with injuries. They're not prepared to sell him mid-season. They showed an injury symbol as well. I don't really know why. Maybe they'd loan him? I'd be okay with a loan. We looked at it in pre-season and we went against it for some reason, but I honestly think we could do with just a bit of flair. I'm looking at the teams who are interested in him. Chelsea are interested, United, Newcastle, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, they're all interested in him. We got in there first. It's the agent. Not interested. Okay, well, there's that. Don't think we're going to go for Neto. Okay. One needs to think the other end of the scale as well. I mean, I know I'm kind of looking at attack, but our defence hasn't been particularly good in the last few games, has it? I mean, okay, we got a clean sheet against Manchester United. But actually, it's not been too bad. I'm probably being a bit harsh on Martinez. Am I? Actually, I don't know if I am being harsh on Martinez. Against the big games, he has crumbled. Definitely crumbles. Shawnee, how you doing? Thanks for popping into the stream. Can't wait for Northampton to be in National League soon. Well, may get your wish. May get your wish. I really don't know what the best thing to do is here, because this tactic did get the win against United, but then the manager got sacked immediately after. So they were on a bad run of form beforehand. So the defence definitely needs help. So we need to be dropping the defensive midfielders back. But then, do we keep it as that, or do we go box-to-box playmaker? Have him getting forwards to help out these guys? Or do we have him as a deep liar, so he's also helping the defence out? He'll drift forward a little bit every now and then. And then do we just keep McGinn He's got good shooting, hasn't he? That's the thing with McGinn. His finishing is not bad, 14. Maybe we'll just keep him as standard for now. Drop those two back. It just offers us a little bit of protection. Just a little bit more protection. Helps out Martinez, helps out the back four. Cash is shattered, so we need to take him out. I don't really want to play Garcia, but we're going to have to. We could play Consa there, though, and we could put Mings back in, or we could even put Lindelof back in. We could do that. Play him as a fullback. I mean, the other thing we could potentially do is we could go 4-3-3. Have defensive midfielder there. Advanced playmaker and attacking midfielder. Getting forwards. Then we could try and be fancy. Have Digne move into here. And have Consa, so the classic kind of 5-man shutout at the back, which won't really show up on here, which is annoying. Because Consa wouldn't be going that far forward. You'd have the 3 here, the 2 here, which allows these 5 just to bombard the others. These would actually be the other way around. Mara, Anana. We'll probably put Anana back in first. Wharton shattered as well, actually, so no, we'd keep Louise in. Go with that 3 at the back. They would cover quite well, I reckon. As we go forward, they're going to move into those positions. I think that could work quite nicely. Maybe. We're sacrificing a lot of width doing that, though. That's the only thing. So maybe we have... Well, no, because these guys are set to stay wide anyway. So it wouldn't really sacrifice width. These guys would be out there wide. And then they'd cut in and then interchange with these two. And we've got Rodgers who can drop back as well, make room for these two coming forwards. I don't necessarily know whether a game against Arsenal is the one to be experimenting though, so maybe we don't do it for this one. Have these guys hold, have these guys trap back. Have you pressing. Go with that. Doing exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. Tweaking things. But I think this could be one. Why Consa keeps going up here, I don't know. I want him to tuck in with these guys. That would effectively, if we did this, in attack, what that would look like is this. Is essentially what we'd be doing in attack by doing that. But these guys covering the defence here, they'll probably be a little bit further forward, actually, wouldn't they? in attack. They'll probably end up here. And then Digne would go back here. Consta would go back out there. He would probably come back to here. He would come back down to here. He would do that. We'll change Rogers back to a channel forward for now. We'll have both him and McGinn trying to get the job done. Again, we'll have one as the playmaker, one as the attacking midfielder. In the relegation zone of League One, which I can't see us getting out of. I mean, it's still got League Two then, so that's something. It's not completely to the National League just yet. That's one way to look at it. Every cloud and all that. Maybe? I don't know. I might not be helping there. Apologies if I'm not. If you're going down in League One, then in theory you'll be the best team in League Two next season. One way to kind of think about it. Sorry, work email. I should be looking at work emails. I'm off on annual leave. I shouldn't be looking at work emails. Right. It's difficult to know what else we could have done against Chelsea because we were having the chances. It was just the cutting edge of the shots that were the problem. But maybe something like this, we just can be a little bit more offensive. I want Consta to be remaining here to form that three.
Hello there.
Problem is, we're quite strong for League Two, but not strong enough for League One. So you're going to be yo-yoing a little bit then, which obviously isn't ideal. But, I mean, that hopefully means National League is out of the question. That's the hope. I'm trying to work out the name. DJ Lazzarini. Apologies if that's wrong, but thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. You're joining me at a bit of a tactical impasse, which I've brought upon myself. I don't need to be changing anything. The tactic was fine before we started the stream, and I panicked because we got battered against Chelsea when we were the better team. We were the better team. Why am I panicking? Why have I changed? I've already changed formation now, so we've kind of already done it. Okay, let's change this one. So it's the one that we were playing with in that last game. Have you as a fullback. You two as that. Keep him as that. I'll keep the shape actually. I won't change the shape. Other than the defensive midfielders drop down. I think Douglas Luiz is set to not really move anywhere. Yeah, he is. Which is good. And then should be similar for this side. Actually, no, he has got license to move forward a little bit more. So that's okay. Team instructions, will crank that down a little bit. Crank that off as well. Everything's high, everything's high. Yeah, that's all fine. In possession. Refer distribute quickly is the main change there. Take that off so we're doing a bit of everything. Right. We'll stick with the standard formation, but then we have got the other one to move to if we think we can get a more defensively solid base. But we need to start seeing some better performances from the defense. But actually, no, that was the main change we wanted to make. We wanted to move these two down, didn't we? So we've got one that's the playmaker, one that's the defensive midfielder. They're the other way around. Make sure they're the right way around here as well. Cool. Well, let's see what we can do. It's Arsenal. I'm not expecting much from Arsenal. But we'll give it our best shot. And we'll have to disappear for a few minutes at 4 o'clock. Just to attend to something related to dinner. I'm on a stew and it's in a slow cooker, but I need to add some dumplings into there. Didn't need to know that, but I felt like sharing. Right. It's recommending we just type mark all of their team. I don't like type marking. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens. We'll press Raya as well. I'm pretty sure Odegaard is left-footed. He is right foot. Declan Rice is right-footed, so pop him on his left. Saka, I'm pretty sure, is left-footed. He is. Pop him on his right. And Gyökeres, I'm pretty sure he's right-footed. He is. Pop him on his left. I don't really like leaving Eze, so we'll go in hard on Eze. And Douglas Luiz is actually tired, so I mean Wharton is as well. I could start Ross Barkley, but he's not fit. That would feel like a bit of a silly one to do. I guess we'll start with Luiz and we'll bring in Wharton if we need to. That's all we can really do. Harvey Elliott's back, to be fair, so we can probably bring him in. Not fully fit, but he's available. Again, very much more of an attacking midfielder or a winger. We'll give John McGinn the chance to start with, and then we can change him if we feel like we need to. Right. Well, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it. Slightly concerned about how this one's going to go, I'll be completely honest. You're probably gathering that already, but we'll give it a go. See where we end up. We'll say that one. Better performance. The main thing is, our finishing needs to get better. But more than that, the defense needs to be not paper thin, which they have been recently. Right, Ponce into McGinn. What a ball that is from McGinn. It's a lovely idea. More of that. Let's keep our head up and let's keep doing things like that. Right. Let's make Raya launch it. Okay, that's worked really well. It's exactly what we want to do. We want to stop them from confidently putting it out shores. But Gyökeres, it's backfired on us completely. It's backfired on us completely. Gyökeres is not even that quick, and we've just let him go over the top of us. Who is that? It's Konsa. That's poor from Konsa. 1-0 down so early on. I'm getting a really bad vibe about this. I'm giving the ball away so easily as well. I'm getting a really bad vibe about this. Right, Douglas Luiz, thank you. That's all the way back to Emmy. Got your man here. Right, Lindelof. It's got options. Goes to Dougie Luiz. Into Sancho. Turning up the tempo here, which is good. Into John McGinn. John McGinn now. Gives the ball away. John! And we're just over again. And they just... Our defence. is just woeful. It's the one thing at the start of the season our defence was marked as being one of the better defences. I mean, again, this is away from home against Arsenal. I'm not expecting to win, but I'd like a decent performance, and it's been anything but so far. Anything but. Okay, we've had opportunities. But again, we're struggling. Morgan Rogers is struggling. He's not a natural striker, so... Oh. John McGinn he's actually having a decent game, but Buendia there... This wasn't Buendia, it was Sancho. But there was a real miscommunication between the midfielder and the winger there. And that is what is going to cost us if we keep doing things like that. It's a great idea. Oh my god. Gyökeres is just utterly wrecking us. Right, we need to drop the defensive line back. Gyökeres is just tearing us apart. I'm not getting any of these highlights for our play. Buendia's having a shocker. Corner to them. This is going to be 3, isn't it? It is going to be... Oh my god. I don't know what to do now. We've been doing so well for recovery, and then today has been woeful. Right, well, straight away, I'm changing the tactic. We're going to go for this and just give it a go. So, Onana at the base, Douglas Luiz there, McGinn there. We'll swap these two around. We'll go with the defensive midfielder and these two acting as a bit of a wall. And then two, yeah, they're just going to get forward, which is fine. Morgan's having a terrible game. Let's go, tell you what then. Let's go strikerless, why not? Let's just give it a go, because it's worked once for us before, but this game's already gone. It's another set piece. Don't be 4. Don't be 4. Oh, God. Thought it was 4 for a second then. Oh my god, right, I'm berating the team. This is such a bad start to the game. Again, Emi Martinez and the defence have just utterly let us down here. Cutting edge just isn't there. We need a proper striker. That's the thing that we're missing the most, because we're having the chances, but we're just missing a striker who can put it in the back of the net. Oh, this has been rough. Chelsea game was bad. This is even worse. This is even worse. I thought we were going to give Gyökeres a first half hat-trick, man. Oh, God. We need to really rethink it at half-time. Buendia's got to come off. Of that, there's no question. Right. I wish I could throw the water bottle. I'm just going to go around everyone and say you've been terrible. Can't even say it to a striker because I've got a striker at the moment. Right. Well, we need to rethink this because it's not worked. The whole thing hasn't worked. The whole thing has not worked at all. Dropping these two back has not worked at all. So we're going to go back. So let's try and make them think about us rather than us think about them. So change number 1, Buendia has been... Like, the word awful doesn't even cut how bad he's been. Doesn't even cover it. John McGinn actually, oddly, hasn't been the problem today. He really hasn't been. So I'm willing to give him another chance, but I don't know where he fits in. This is the other problem, is where do we fit all of these players in? Conce has been woeful. Lindelof hasn't been good. Everyone's just been so bad. I actually don't think there's a way to recover this game, so it's just... We're going to have to bring Tammy on. Morgan's been really bad, but I don't want to take off our best player just at this point. Douglas is anxious, so let's bring on Wharton. Wharton and Onana. Sancho prefer to be inside winger on that side, inside winger on that side. And we've got Alisson coming on who can do the same job. Rodgers can obviously get involved there. Just the amount of times that Gyökeres has been played through with us just not even worried about it. Let's go mid block. Attacking. I don't want to go direct. Go a bit wider, try and stretch them a bit. Today we're going to play through the middle. There's not much else we can do here other than just put them back out there and hope for the best. But Emi Martinez, again, just has not had a good season for us. There's got to be a target forward, isn't there? There's nothing else we can do. We're just going to have to send them back out there. Hope for the best. It's literally, we're at the point of just hoping for the best. Saka's been unreal today as well. Okay. Come on, boys. Let's get a consolation goal. Let's try and win the second half. Passing. Oh my god, we're so lucky Gyökeres just did not get a good contact on that. All of the pressure on us at the moment. They're literally doing what we want to try and do, but they're just so much better at it than we are. We'll go attacking. Why not? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's put a bit more pressure on them. Okay, let's have a look at some more changes we can make. Morgan Rogers hasn't really recovered, so fine. Elliot can come on. Defensively, we've recovered a bit actually, which is good to see. Alisson's not been great since coming on. Well, there's Tammy, but I wouldn't expect them to just change the game for us. Digne's been poor, so Maatsen can come on. And then that's it. That's all of the changes that we can make. Let's go offset. Right, we've got the ball in a highlight. Wharton, Elliot. Give the ball away stupidly. Onana, Sancho. Sancho back to Onana. Right, let's see if we can get something going here. Consolation goal would make me feel better. Right, Maatsen. Whips it in, looking for Alisson. We have actually scored a consolation goal. I can't see it being more than that, but delighted with it I am nonetheless. And Alison Edwards makes it happen. Right, Martinez. It's actually recovered Martinez. He's on a 7 rating. I've probably been a bit harsh on him today. So Arsenal have been that good. Are they top of the... They're top of the Prem for a reason, obviously. Right, Elliot. What a ball that is to Alisson. What a ball that is to Alisson. Oh my word. 3-2. It's 3-2. Harvey Elliott has changed the game with a pass to Alisson. Alisson has changed the game. Just like that, we're back in it. We're back in it. We're 1 goal away. I don't think we're going to do it, but can you imagine? Substitutions have done a great job today. Fire the boys up. Let's just see whether... I mean, we've recovered the game remarkably. I feel a lot better about a 3-2 than I do a 3-0. One more highlight? I'd love one more highlight. No. Do you know what? 3-2 against Arsenal isn't bad. In the end, we've really recovered that. But my God, that could have been a bad one. Martinez ended up doing a decent job. Morgan Rogers was shocking today, though. But that is the most difficult games out of the way. Oh, we've talked about this. We've talked about the facts that we're going to have a problem at some point. Okay. What do we say? What do we say to save our job? What do we say? Oh, I don't want my Villa save to end like this. We might be getting sacked here. Oh. Do I blame it on injuries? I don't think I can blame it on injuries. Difficult run of games recently. I think it looks worse than it is. I do think it looks worse than it is, to be honest with you. That's not a lie. I'd say that one. Okay. Okay. Poor. Okay. Harvey Elliott's here. Oh, we have 30 million because of Harvey Elliott. I've just remembered. So yeah, that was the reason why we had some of the money. Okay, Harvey Elliott's now a permanent transfer. That's fine. That's okay. So we've actually got 50 million. That's all right. But that was a shocking performance for the majority of it. And then we did kind of just recover it at the ends. Maybe do this. Keep you as that. Whoever this on this side is a fullback, but then because Onana's on this side, we've got the attacking minded wing back here. Just need the attacking midfielder to get a bit more involved in stuff. Right. Who do we have a word with? John McGinn, I think we just drop him. Just drop him completely. Alisson is going to start the next game. It's going to be him on the right, Sancho on the left. Rogers will go in the middle. We're going to have to start Tammy. as a target forward. We're going to have to. There's just nothing else we can do. And then Rodgers there as another attacking option. I mean, again, we just need to figure out the best way to get good football out of him, basically. Magic Ash is now going to be fit again, so we can bring him back into the fray. Let's change it to a fullback again, just to kind of complete the way we're set up defensively. Concept of having a decent game. We'll put him to centre back. Digne was poor. Matson gets a start. These guys can go back here. Rodgers, Allison, Abraham. Perfect. I can't remember whether these guys were tracking or not. I don't think they were. Let's make you an outlet centre forward. And Rodgers is still going to be up there as well. So in theory, get the ball up, he can nod it down to Rodgers, Rodgers can run on. Is what I'm thinking with that. And also, I'm thinking we just go attacking, because when we were attacking, we looked much better. We looked much, much better. We also looked better doing that. Pass into space. Hit work ball into the box. Keep that on the middle. Everything else on here, I think, was pretty much as it was. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And we'll go with that as the tactic. Trying to copy the modifications from the Arsenal game, and hopefully that will make a difference. Allison really looks the part in that game now. Wharton still needs a rest, because obviously he was going to be not as involved in that last game, but he's going to be playing in the next game. Douglas Luiz. Harvey Elliott will keep on the bench for now. John McGinn, I don't know what to do with. I genuinely don't know what to do with him. But we now know, we've been talking about it, but we now know my job is on the line. I think if it's Savage, I'm genuinely tempted by him. Someone who can come in and do midfield and attacking midfield. Good passer with the ball. Like, good aerial option. Ruben Neves I am also very, very tempted by. Again, a good passer with the ball, good playmaker. Right. Let's get forward. Let's kind of forget that that happens. So, penalty spot is where we're really struggling with. We're allowing fair few entries to develop into shots. Our players are loose on the ball in the penalty area. But Francolino. Extensive knowledge. Leading Premier League player who can improve. He's consistent, good pace. And he's an under 21, which is obviously very, very good. So, anticipation's good, composure's good, concentration, decision. Do you know what? He looks excellent, actually. 6'1", he's quick, he's got decent strength. Finishing's good, his passing's good, his work rate's good. I can't believe no one else isn't in for him. He is expensive, though. That's the only thing. The question is, would he want to come here? Yes, he would. Star player, which he would be. He'd want a minimum release clause. Try and pull that money back as much as we can. That hasn't really worked. That's fine. Okay. Francolino is 21 years old. It's a lot of money, but I think striker-wise, to solve that problem, he's the guy. We've still got money, by the way. The Harvey Elliott money's happens. We've got Harvey Elliott. We've still got 80 million. Is it coming out of next year's transfer budget? Oh my word! I just assumed. Okay, that's all right then. Well, we've got money to spend, so that's all right. Right. It's fine. We've still got a fair bit of the money. Watkins has gone. See how he does there. We're not the worst performing attacking team, which is good. I'm going to reject these offers for the time being because he's actually been quite good for us recently. Okay. Do we go for Francolino? Because I'm looking and I'm not seeing anything wrong with him. I'm genuinely not. I'm just thinking we go for him. Ramos has already got a bidding for him from Man City and Newcastle. So he's bidding for Man City. He's not coming to us. He is very good though. Should we compare him? Recently viewed players, Francolino. So Francolino is the blue. So mentally, Ramos is better. Defending is better as well. Aerially, he's better. Technically, he's worse. Attacking wise, he's worse. Vision wise, he's worse. Speed wise, he's worse. And he's 3 years older. I don't even know if Ramos would want to come to us. So shall we check that? Have I already checked that? I must have already checked it. We'll wait to see what that was. By the way, the in-game editor is on here. I'm not going to be using it. Extremely doubtful. That's the only thing as well. I mean, we could put offers in for both of them, but I think I'm feeling Francolino. Got a bit of flexibility as well. Do you know what? Let's go for him. So, let's bear in mind the future transfers of. I don't even know who Modou Keba Cisse is. So he's worth 40 to 61. I don't want to blow my entire transfer budget on this, so let's try and do 25 million now. 12-month installments, 3 of which over the next 3 years will pay them 40 to 61. Let's go 45 in total. I'll tell you what, a bit more. And then percentage of profit from next sale will go 20%. Okay, we're going to negotiate along those lines. It's more than what I would like to pay. Let's go to 27 here. And I'll go to 33 there. Quite happy at 30% there. And then, I'll tell you what, competition achievement. Player award achievement, rather. Premier League top goal scorer. You can have an extra 2.5. 50 games to want 12 million. I'm not prepared to do that. I'll give you 2.5 million for that. And I'll give you... want to throw one of these in. Maybe that one, maybe? Go for League Young Player of the Season. Let's go with 2.5 for that. Okay. We've got the ball rolling with Francolino. Okay, Rene made an offer for Fabinho. What are Rene? Currently 14th in Ligue 1. We don't necessarily need a defensive midfielder, so I might leave that one. Right, Goss I know is a good player. We might need to re-scouting because I think he's going to be better than that at this point. An attacking midfielder. Good value. He's actually not played that well for them. All of the month is actually Esbriconsa. It's the overhead kick. I remember the overhead kick. Okay. Franklin offer has been accepted. We knew that. So, ends the negotiations. He wants to be star player. I'd like him to be an important player. Star player it is. That's fine. Doesn't actually want as much as I was worried. So let's just try and lower it a little bit. Lower these a tiny bit. Gets 10 goals. That's a lot for 10 goals. I'll up it by 250 each time you get one of these milestones. Wants a £78 million release clause, which to be fair is more than what we're going to be paying for him. So I'd like to get rid of that after a period, but I don't think we can. Certainly not on this contract. I'm going to be getting rid of that. Happy with that. Happy with that. Relatively happy with that. Okay, fine. Go down again. Oh, let's get that at 20. Go down to that. Again, I'll give you £250,000 every time you hit one of these targets. That's no problem. Okay. And we'll get rid of that. Go with that. See whether that does it. Oh, that does it. Okay. We're in business. Okay. Offering Francolino. We may have a new striker on his way. We're not going to get him before the Nottingham Forest game. That's the only disappointment. Right. I'm going to have to disappear in a minute. Let's get to the game. And then I'll go and do what I need to do. We've already had a meeting about this. This is specifically about John McGinn. Okay, that's fine. They want me to drop John McGinn, basically. I am going to drop John McGinn. So he's not even going to be in the 11. I'm actually going to make him available for the under-21s. And we'll just see whether... Maybe you can just get a bit of a spark back with that. I feel bad for Morgan because I feel like that was definitely a me thing. That performance. I've definitely not helped him with it. Right. Let's carry on. Right, West Ham have offered a contract to Neves. Why are we offering for this guy? This guy's trash. This is the guy who my under 20 guy has. You know what? I'm happy for him to negotiate it. Okay, do we go for Ruben Neves? Because I think he could be a decent addition. He's 28, still in his prime. We've got Ruben Neves and Adam Wharton as the playmakers. I mean, that's a solid pair. Let's ask the agents about the availability. Okay, let's say that. I mean, the answer I've just given definitely didn't match the conversation that we had. Let's approach to sign Ruben Neves. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather him be an important starter. He's agreed to it. Okay, fine. Try and lower his wage. Won't go too low. I'll up that. Get rid of that. Add in a goal fee. Add in an assist fee. And I'll add in a goal and assist. You can be involved in 15. You can have $500,000. I know this is going to be a no. But let's just see how low we can get him. Okay, we can get him fairly low. Let's go down to 100. Drop that to that. Drop that to 20. Get rid of that. And let's add in a award bonus of Premier League Playmaker. Okay, we're getting closer. Okay, 110. I'll go with 110. That has to come down. If we do that, and that has to go as well. There we go. Right, Ruben Neves. We might have him in. I think he'll be a decent addition to the team. I really do. So, we've got a bunch of loan players back. Oh, a lone player. Sam Lewis. I got excited then. Charlotte Davis. I mean, we wanted her. We haven't got her. Etienne can. He's not playing well. Not playing as much as he is. Oh, brilliant. That's good advice. Fine. Okay. The gender 18s, that's okay. Okay, we have not got the new signing of Rancolino in yet. Ruben Neves has also not completed his signing. Ruben Neves, however, sorry, not Ruben Neves, Tielemans is close to playing his 20th appearance. He's not happy. He's Yuri Tielemans, which is interesting. But he wanted to leave. Playing well for them. I mean, I would have rather have kept Yuri Tielemans, but obviously that was taken out of our hands. Right, I was going to drop in a quick save here, and then I'm just going to disappear just to do something with our dinner for tonight. So bear with me a moment. I will be back, and then we'll get to hopefully saving our job, because we could actually get sacked in this stream. Bear with me, and I'll be back in a moment. Well, let's see whether we can save our job, shall we? This is going to be the 11 that we're going to be using for Nottingham Forest. Let's just do some opposition instructions. And see what we can do to help ourselves out. That's what it's recommending. Igor Jesus. Let's pop him onto his left foot. Mari Hutchinson, pop him onto his right. And let's press the central centre back and the goalkeeper. Cool. Right. Are we happy with that starting lineup? I mean, relatively. Jadon Sancho's tired, but I don't really have any other options really that I'm comfortable with just at this moment. Yeah, we're just going to go with that, I think. Let's see how we get on. And let's just see whether we can turn things around. Realistically, this is a game we need to win. If we don't win this game, I think we might be losing our job. We're at home as well, so that should help. We have been okay at home. And we've been okay other than against big teams. So this really should be a game we should get a decent result on. Hopefully. Got some decent players, Forest, so let's not take it completely for granted, but let's go out there and do a job, hopefully. But again, we can get Neves over the line and striker, then that can solve a lot of problems already. An extra option in midfield who we're confident with, who we're going to have next season as well. That's the big thing. As well as a striker who can grow and be a proper focal point of the team. Years to come would be great. I don't really like the fact that we're on the first highlight with Nottingham Forest on the ball. Unless, oh my god, we just let Gibbs White run through us. We just let players run into the penalty area. Right, get rid. Tammy on the ball. Morgan. That was really well done from Jadon there. They've not got a very fast striker, I'm just thinking. Igor Jesus is not very fast, so I'm going to push us up to having a high press. Just to try and get... Do you know what? That actually doesn't do anything, does it? I just thought... I will do that, though, to be honest. I'll take that off. They're all over us. Oh, my God. They are all over us. They've had so many more shots, more possession, more everything. We really need to get this worked out now. They're all over us. I'm not going to wait for any longer in this game to pass before we try and figure it out. Right. Anana goes in the middle. Rodgers can't really play here. So we're kind of stuck with 3 players here who we don't really know what to do with. So just thinking, let's move you guys around a little bit. Wharton down, have him as a box-to-box playmaker. Have him get forward. Have Allison be an attacking midfielder. I'll have him just to be an attacking midfielder. Let's just see what he can do. Let's just get Rodgers back out wide. Try and get a bit more from him. Take off counter-attacking. Let's just try and play through them a little bit. Go a bit more general with that. Take that off for now. Well, this is now stuck, which is brilliant. Okay. Really helpful game. This game sometimes really does my head in. It really does. Because I can't get off this screen now. It actually won't let me come off this screen. I don't really want to make a substitution. I'm going to have to make a tactical change to force it into doing it. Okay, let's change something about you. Fewer risks, shorter passing. This is literally stuck in the way. Oh my god, this game. We've scored as well. If I come out of the game and go back into it like we used to be able to. It's Abraham who scored as well, which is kind of hilarious to me. I'll change this to this. No, that doesn't do anything. Oh, thank God, half time. Right, that hopefully will fix it. But we go ahead. Alisson is starting to play well. Abraham's doing well. Rodgers has recovered a little bit. Matsson's still not having a good time. Just try and see Wharton doing a bit more. I think I'm gonna keep things as they are. Let's actually give the lads out there a chance. I will take Matsson off for Digne. We've got a proper defensive wall behind these guys, so I'm hoping that that can help. I'm going to check here. So high press, high defensive line, balanced here. Yeah. Go with that. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Right. Let's see whether we can actually see the game this time and carry on from where we left off in the last half, because we certainly started to do things a bit better. Right. Torres to Concert. Over to Cash. Cash gets to Sancho. I don't quite know how he did that, but he did. Carry on running, Matty. Carry on running. He has. Cash now. Waiting. Into Adam Wharton. Close to 2. Close to 2. Much better. Let's carry on. Where are Forest, by the way? Mid-table, so form-wise, they are going to still be fancying this one. Right, all that wide to Ndoye. Fine with him cutting inside as long as we can challenge him. I mean, it's not a great save, but it's a save nonetheless. I need more from Morgan Rodgers. He's meant to be our best player, and he's really not playing like it at the moment. Oh, Tammy nearly. It was Torres, actually. They're probably got in each other's way. Right. Alisson's got a yellow card. He's done some running today, though. Right. Let's get the ball off of them here. Good work from Jaden. Back to Emmy. Oh, my word. Emmy, don't you dare! Emmy! I'm so mad at that. I actually hit my spacebar. I've actually impressively managed to hit the spacebar with my glasses there. That is atrocious. What is Emi Martinez doing there? I cannot afford this right now. I'm going to berate him in the hope that he sorts his life out. We need a win in this game. We actually, it's not even funny. We actually really need a win in this game. The fact that he's just gone and done that, I can't tell you how much it's annoyed me. Right, Wharton's had a shocker again. He's in a bit of rough form. Okay, we're going to push you up. Pop Rodgers back in as an attacking midfielder. We're going to bring on Leon Bailey just for something a bit different. I mean, I know these two can't play in midfield, but they're going to have to deal with it, quite frankly. No, I'm overreacting. We're doing fine. It's just a stupid defensive mistake from the goalkeeper. Yet again. Like, what is he doing there? And Rodgers, I'm a little bit over Rodgers at the moment. He's a great player, but he's just not showing it at the moment. Like, where is he in general? He's just not showing up for us. Let's put Alisson back out wide. Rodgers back into the middle. Whack him to a free roll and just see if we can free him up a little bit. But Alisson and Alisson's doing okay. Sancho's not doing so great. Wharton's going to have to come off here. Bring on Douglas Luiz. Torres hasn't had a great game, so I'm going to bring on Lindelof. Digne, to be fair, hasn't been much better than Maatsen. Harvey Elliott is going to be coming on soon. What I am going to do is I'm going to make us narrow. Try and overload them. Okay, do you know what? Let's turn that down. I mean, a draw's better than a loss, but I'm so annoyed. Right. Cash. Switched into no one there. Right, Digne. I should keep the ball there somehow. I don't quite know how. Lindelof. Cash. Into Jadon Sancho. And we're back in the lead. Don't be offside. Don't be offside. They're not putting their hands up. It's offside. Oh, God. It's offside. This is a scrappy goal anyway. They've been so much better than us in this game. It's actually so annoying. Right. Rodgers is off. Rodgers is another one who needs to be very careful. And then what else can I do? I mean, Alisson's dropped right down. He was playing so well and he's dropped so far down all of a sudden. Like at one point his rating was really, really high. I mean, I'm going to have to bring on Wendia. Move them that way around. And then we've literally gone backwards in this episode. We were doing so well in November that everything has just gone backwards. Home game against Nottingham Forest. Great opportunity. Oh my God. Oh God. We're about to get sacks. We're about to get sacks. We're about to get sacks. Why? This game is just doing my absolute head in at the moment. Not even this game. This save is doing my head in. Just think about this particular save. It's infuriating me. But that might be us sacked. Home game against Nottingham Forest. That might be us sacked. I don't know. But that could be the end of our time here. I'm actually really worried now. I'm very, very worried. Okay, we're not sat just yet. Okay, I'm going to have a word with the boys. There we go. Motivated them. I'm not bothered about that one for the time being. I mean, Crystal Palace is now must win. But Francolino is on his way. Work permit. Oh, Chelsea have offered Ruben Neves contracts. Declare interest for transfer. Right. We might have to up his contracts. Give him a bit more. He wanted 30. Let's give him 30. Let's give him more there. Give him more. Right. Just see if that's enough. Hopefully it is. Right. I go back to what was doing the job for us, which was this. Push these guys further forward. And then change it to positive again. Have that as general. Take that off. Take counter-attacking off. Perhaps have us quite wide. Okay, let's just see whether we can get that deal over the line. This is a must-win game now. If we don't win this game, we're sacks, I think. Matty Cash was in the team of the week. That's something at least. Kamara was injured. He's only just come back from injury. We've not even had a chance to play him since his injury. That's at the worst possible time that we could have that. That's so annoying. Well, okay. Let's see if we can get Francolino over the line. And then at least he'd be in the squad. We're not going to. Fitness test, we're not going to. Okay. To be fair, Tammy did score in the last game. So that's something at least. Ross Barkley can come back on the bench. Start with Digne in this one. In fact, I'm going to start with Douglas Luiz. Anana has to start because I don't have another option. Morgan Rogers, I need to do better in this one, quite frankly. Matty Cash can go back to being a wing back. Out of possession, we're back to this. Change you guys back to tracking wingers. See what we can get out of you two. Hopefully this thing could be better than last time. Martinez, that was honestly such a... Okay, we've just upset him. Brilliant. Cool. This is going so badly wrong. Right. This formation really gave us problems last time out, and they're doing the same one, so this is going to be fun. Take you two off. Go with Pino. Left foot. Hard on both of them, that's fine. Hard on Will Hughes, that's fine. Do you know what? We're going to go back to doing what I typically do. Press them. Try and press them within an inch of their lives. Right, let's just double check the team, make sure everything is fine. Rodgers and Sancho aren't fully fit. I mean, it's kind of tough, really. They're going to have to play. Well, actually, no. Sancho doesn't have to play. We'll bring in Buendia, and we can always make the change off the bench if we need to. But Rodgers is going to have to play. He's going to have to try and play through his bad form, because we don't have a better option at the moment. Right. Try and do that. Players might, I mean, it's not just the players, but they might be costing me my job here. If we don't get sacked and we can make it a full season, it will be the greatest comeback since Lazarus. I'm just putting that out there right now. Right, free kick, Digne. Stick this top bit and get us in the lead. Oh, he nearly does, you know. He nearly does. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. The glasses are going back on. Hopefully not to be thrown again. Right, Digne just running down the wing. Got no real support, but he finds Douglas Luiz, sort of. A little poor pass, really. Right, Cash. Into Allison, Douglas Luiz. That's really nice work from them. Douglas Luiz doesn't need to be shooting like that. I'm going to take us down to shorter passing, because I feel like our longer passing can sometimes let us down. So, Crystal Palace, I mean, at home you would expect that they would be a difficult team to play against. Right, free kick again. Again, nothing really happening with that. Okay, throw in Digne. The Cash flicks it in. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't quite know why we've tried to move like that, but it nearly worked out for us. Getting chances here, which is good. But again, chances hasn't necessarily been the problem. It's been converting them. I'm really concerned with the lack of involvement Morgan Rodgers has been having. I'm actually going to move him and Buendia around and put Buendia back to the free role. And we'll have Rodgers play as a wide forward. We'll move those two rounds. Let's try and get them each involved differently. Give it a go. Definitely looks better in this game, but we are still lacking a goal. Cash hasn't had a good game. That's one thing to bear in mind. Right, Tammy, don't just run with it. Okay, Morgan into Buendia. Goes back, smart. Right, Torres into Douglas Luiz, into Allison. Allison, he has got a run. He didn't spot it. He ends up going out wide to Matty Cash. Cash now whips it in, looking for Buendia. No, he gets it to Tammy, and we do finally get a goal and we lead. We lead. Matty Cash not having a great game, but gets the ball in and makes it 1-0 in the 43rd minute. Buendia was there as well, but Tammy's the one who rises up to get it. That's better. That attacking midfield three are still not having a good time, but that is more like it. That is much more like it. Right, delighted, keep it up. Individuals. Allison, Morgan, Emmy. Step it up, boys. Everyone else, keep going. I'm not going to make any changes. Let's just go again. Right, let's see a bit more from Morgan in this half, hopefully. I'll have a quick look at his settings. So, quite happy for him to... Do you know what? I'm quite happy for him to do what he wants, actually. Let's just make life a little bit easier for him. Not tell him what to do. Other than wanting to have a few more shots. He's gotten worse, as has Buendia, actually. neither of them are doing particularly well in their chosen positions. Let's try and focus our play down our left-hand side a bit, just to get him a bit more involved. Right, can we win the ball here? Cash. I don't know if he got the ball, but he ends up getting to Conser anyway. Right, Cash now. He has got a player here. He's ignoring his existence. Gets it to Allison, actually. Does really well. Now, Buendia. Ball for Rogers. Nice to see Morgan Rogers on the ball. Oh, Morgan Rogers is back in it. And it's a Buendia assist as well. That makes me feel better. Oh, a little bit of relief. The game's not over yet. 65 minutes in. But that's what we want to see from Morgan Rogers. He made everything happen there. We freed him up. And Buendia got the ball through as well. Oh, that is much more like it. Much more like it. That was 3 of our front 4 combining. Not combining necessarily. Mozart, hello there. Oh, this is... Oh, I can't even tell you how much of a struggle this season has been. There's a very realistic possibility we get sacked in this stream. But this is giving us a bit of a stay of execution, and we're starting to actually play like the team I want us to play like. Right, Matty Cash, go on. No. Okay, fine. Allison. Matty Cash, go on. Oh, he has as well. Mozart, you are clearly a good omen. Clearly you're a good omen. Oh my god, the relief. The relief. Oh, that feels better. I mean, this is objectively the more difficult game. At home against Nottingham Forest or away against Crystal Palace, this is the more difficult game of the two. And I think we've just tweaked things as we need to for this one. I mean, the players who were playing badly are all now starting to really come into it. How's it going with the Villains? Trying to... I'm assuming that's repeats. A season of Watkins with 31 goals. Watkins has been awful for me, to the point where I've sold him for £39 million to Man United. I cannot tell. The start of the season we had was so bad. We then recovered in November and December. We only lost 1 game in November, and December was a bit hit and miss, but a couple of big teams. But the start was so bad that the board have actually had a chat with me. About whether I'm the right man to continue. And it was one of those, if you don't turn up, you're going to get sacked anyway. And then the other meeting was, you've got to drop John McGinn. Because John McGinn has been so bad for me. I have not been able to get a consistent tune out of this team. This is one of the best performances we've had in a while. Oh, God, I cannot tell you. The relief that we're 3-0 up against Crystal Palace. I mean, the first half was a struggle before we got that goal from Tammy. We've got players coming in, hopefully, that's going to help strengthen everything. But we've lost Kamara to injury. We've had to sell Ollie. John McGinn's probably going to get sold because he's been so bad for us. I don't want to do it, but it's probably going to happen. Martinez has been so hit and miss. There's been some games where he's been diabolically bad. Like, genuinely as bad as you can expect a player to be. But... maybe this is the sign of... it's probably not, but maybe this is the sign of recovery. Right, Anana's going to come off. He's not been bad, but I'm going to rest him more than anything. And we'll bring on Wharton. Oh, and Tielemans wanted to leave at the beginning of the season, so I had to sell him, and I brought him Adam Wharton, who's... it's been all right, to be fair. I'm thinking Harvey Elliott. Let's get him some minutes as well. We're 3-0 up. We can afford to kind of rotate around. So Buendia's had a good performance. We'll give him a rest. Harvey Elliott can come in and try and do the same thing. I'm not going to bring on Tyrone Mings. I'm not going to bring on Ross Barkley. I'm going to leave it at that, actually. I haven't got Garcia on the bench, which is a problem. We used to play with the real players in the real position. The roles already I haven't got. I mean, I've been forced to experiment. At one point, I had Rodgers up front as the striker. I don't recommend that. I'm sure he can do it, but I don't recommend it. I could bring Bailey on, but I don't want to take Rodgers off because he's starting to play a bit better. Allison, do you know what? We'll take Allison off for Leon Bailey. Let's go Bailey some football out there. We'll go with that. Bit of fresh legs. Conte's actually not having the best of games, so I might take him off for Lindelof. He's on a yellow card as well, so we'll let this highlight play out and then we'll see how we feel. Oh, apologies. Yeah, that's going to be an advert. Apologies. That will run its course in a minute. Are we on that advert? 7 seconds. Yeah, apologies. I forgot I had adverts on. Apologies for that. Yeah, don't play Morgan Rogers as a striker is my recommendation. Right, Lindelof can come on. Again, just Constance had a bit of a ropey game. No, do you know what? I will give Mings a go. If he's going to play for us at any point, he's going to need to get back into fitness. So let's do that. And then for my final trick, I'm going to... I don't really know. There's not really much else I can do that I want to do. I mean, I could take Digne off. Yeah, do you know what? Digne's tiring, so let's take him off. Or... You are here. Fantastic. We'll bring Matson on, give him a few minutes as well, just to see the game out. I'm even going to time waste a little bit. So I'd like a clean sheet as well. So if we could time waste a little bit to try and help us with that, I'd be really, really grateful for it. Right. Can we get the ball off of Johnson, please? Well, I've just mentioned clean sheet and we're going to concede. No, Emi Martinez with the big boy save. Big boy save. Right. Corner, Elliot. We have got a short option. Is he going to whip it in? He is. Looking for the head of Abraham. Didn't find it. Right. Torres. Again. Oh, Harvey Elliott unlucky. Again. Torres just wants to, for some reason, be classed as a playmaker in this game, and I don't understand it. I do not have a Discord, no. It's something I am considering in the future, but I'm kind of rebuilding what I had. I had a decent fan base a few years ago, and then I kind of dropped off of streaming regularly. So I'm kind of trying to rebuild that now. So I'm not quite at the point where I feel like a Discord would be worth it, but maybe at some point. I'm proud of your performance out there. Nobody gave us a chance. That's how bad we are that no one gave us a chance in that one. That says a lot. That says a lot. I mean, that's going to help us massively. So... I mean, he's happy because he's getting some money, which is good. Cash needs a rest. Big bug in real life. Can't use West Ham and Leon Bailey. Doesn't go to Rome. Yeah, Leon Bailey's come back in... Well, Leon Bailey's come back in mine because he got recalled in real life. So, in my save, I think... I can't remember whether he... I'm trying to think, actually. Yeah, no, he was already at the club. Was he already at the club? Yeah, he was already at the club, but he was injured. West Ham, you won't be able to use because he's got a fee attached to him, and I think it's like a fee with however many games played, so you won't be able to recall him. He'll probably end up staying at Crystal Palace. Let me have a quick look in my save. I'm assuming this is what you're on about anyway. Apologies if it's not, but let's have a look at the contract. So loan club, optional future fee of 26. So I don't know whether... Or do you mean, has he come back and you're not able to use him? Is that what you mean? I just realised you said before you're going to try and repeat a season of 31 goals. That implies you're in the second season. And Leon Bailey might not go to Rome, depending on when you started your save, because they might have cancelled. They might decide not to go for the deal if it's an optional fee, like this one is. I'd really like Palace to not actually take the fee. I'd like them to give him back to us, actually, because I'd really like to use West Sands. He's got 20 goals and 20 caps in this game, which is insane. Right. Matty Cash, you were brilliant last time. The curiously thing. But yeah, let me know if that is what it is. Is it the case of you can't recall Bessand and Leon Bailey's there even though he was on loan at Rome? Or is it that Leon Bailey is at Villa instead of Rome? He hasn't gone on loan like he did in real life. Because if you're using the most recent update, that will be the case because Villa recalled him. Right, tactically, what did we do to get that victory? I think I left everything like this. Bizot and Lindelof make me troubles because they think they should be in the start. You know, Bizot's not said a word to me about coming into the team. He's genuinely not said a word to me, which is good, but I kind of wish I had a better backup goalkeeper because Martinez has had a few stinkers here and there. Right, Blackpool in 3 days. Let's rest. Why is this weird little box thing appearing? That's a bit weird. Let's rest Cash for 3. This little box thing. I've clicked something that's making that appear clearly, which is a bit weird. Okay, let's go with Cash is obviously going to come out, so we'll put Garcia back in. I really would like this deal for Neves to get over the line. I'm tempted now to do a 1 season. Will I talk to you offline about the villains in the FM? Yeah, sure. Best way to do that is probably going to be through my Twitter or X, which is just @StuboFM. Just tweet me on there and I'll respond to you, mate. That'd be the best way to do it. Link if it's Savage. No one's interested in him. Fabinho. Who's interested in him? Not very good teams, it has to be said. But I am just thinking with Fabinho, as a 1 season solution to a defensive midfield problem. At 32 years old, his natural fitness is such he's not going to drop off massively. He's strong. We could play him as a central midfielder and he'll do a decent job. He's got a good first touch. He's a bit of a brick wall. Positioning's good. I think we give him a go. Let's discuss his availability. What do you mean? Thank you. Play with the real off and domain signs till January. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I mean, I almost had to do that this time, but then Tielemans wanted to leave. So, other than that transfer, I think that's the only major one we made. We'll say that. Okay. I'm going to throw an offer in. We might not actually end up going for it, but we'll throw the offer in and we'll just see what we end up with. Can I convince him to be a squad player? I can convince him to be a squad player. Okay. I don't know what this box thing is that keeps appearing. I've clearly done something with the settings. Or it's Football Manager being Football Manager. It might just be Football Manager being Football Manager. When I play with the villains, I recognise he is doing a great job. When you say he, I'm assuming you mean Unai Emery. He's doing a fantastic job under very, I think, very difficult circumstances. Let's try him on a 6-monther. Emery, yeah, no, he is. He's doing a fantastic job, all things considered. I think that gets overlooked by a lot of the fan base. Keep that at that. Let's up that to 15. I'll keep that at that. Add clause. Optional contract extension. Will he go for that? No, he wants a 1-year deal. Okay, that's fine. You can have a 1-year deal. But those are going to be the terms for it. Okay. Let's see whether we can get him over the line. It will just add a bit of defensive stability in. Because we have had injury problems in that area. Right, key findings. So, getting the ball in and around the penalty spot has been important for us. We've impressively restricted the opponent to no goals from all 10 touches, despite being in our penalty area. So we've improved on that, which is good. Returned 51 entries into final third into 11 shots on goal. Good. Outside the penalty area, we try not to do that anyway, and we conceded none of the 2 shots. So we did really well in that one. Really well indeed. Okay, let me just make sure we're set to short passing on this tactic. I don't think I did that. No, I didn't. So down short passing. I think everything else we left the same. I think I left that as it is. No, I think I took that to balanced. Yeah, everything else is fine. So we'll keep that as it is. Okay. Where's that actually left us in the table? 14th. Okay. Told you it was going really, really bad. Recognise I don't understand how I changed the number of goals of Watkins in 2 years. Watkins is a weird one. Like, he had that one really good season. Before that, he was kind of average. Like, he was averaging a decent amount of goals. And then this season, he's just been trash. Okay. Francolino. It's a lot of money. But I think this guy's a lot of striker. His mentals look great. His physicals look great. Good finishing, good on the ball. Passing's good, technique's good. And he's got room to grow. He's going to continue to get better. He's going to continue to get better and better. Then we have to do it, don't we? He's in. Francolino is an Aston Villa player. Don't care if he's a 3-star player. He looks great. 2, 3.5. That's good enough for me. Right, Consa can welcome him. Send him on a potential language course. Okay. Immediately, I'm feeling a bit better because we've now got a striker in, which we've desperately needed. Going to be a channel forward. At this next game, let's get the team set up for this next game. We'll bring Sancho back in for Buendia. Keep Alisson there because he's been doing pretty well. Morgan Rogers has got to come out because he's shattered, so Harvey Elliott can come in. Do we bring Wharton in? Maybe. Wharton in for Onana, maybe. And start Maatsen. Start Lindelof as well. And again, John McGinn's not getting a game until I feel confident that he's not going to balls anything up. Put Bergard back into the team as well for the game against Blackpool because it's against Blackpool. We should be doing okay against them. Should be being the word. Like, Leon Bailey's been taken ill. He's got the flu. Send him home. Don't let him infect anyone else. We'll be cancelling that one because it's an atrocious deal. Blackpool in League One, we should be absolutely walking over them. Whether we do or not isn't the matter, but we should be. Right, let's view the offers. We'll probably quick look at them. Care about Cole Ramsey, 17. It's decent potential actually. So maybe getting him out on loan isn't the worst thing in the world. They're all fringe player. It's a no. If it's fringe player, I'm not interested. Right. Cole Ramsey, unhappy, promises not kept. I don't want you to go somewhere where you're not going to play. Go with that one. Do you think it's possible to get the Premier League in the first season? On FM, absolutely. You just need things to go your way. In FM26, this is a bit of a spoiler because it hasn't come out yet, but I've done a rebuild with Spurs, and I was using the instant result button on some games, but I did play quite a few as well, and I managed to win it in the first season. And bear in mind, Spurs' squad, probably the only real difference is that they have a better defence than Villa overall. I would say in attack, Villa's attack and their attack are probably quite similar. They do have Kulusevski, but he's injured for half a season. So it is definitely possible, but you need to hit the ground running and you need to get really lucky. And if you've got the ability to bring 1 or 2 players in, it's definitely going to be good. I would say with the base squad, it's a challenge, but it's not impossible. Put it like this. It's not FM26, obviously. This is going back to like FM22, and there are video highlights of this on my channel. We managed to win the Champions League in my second season with a Villa side that were in real life nowhere near top half. Like, they were expected to probably be. It was the season after COVID. It was the season after we stayed up on the final day. So there was no No, did we have Jack Grealish, actually? It might have been... Do you know what? Let me have a check. I need to double check it for my own sanity. Let me have a quick look. Content. Let's have a look at my highlights. Haven't added to my highlights in quite a while, to be fair. I just can't remember... which game it was. But we won the Champions League in season 2. So, while it's not the same thing, obviously, we had to finish in the top 4. And we did finish in the top 4. It was glorious. Video producer. Yeah, this is the one we need. Right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? FM21, that was it. So it was quite a while ago, to be fair. It was the first time I'd started streaming, and we just got lucky. We just got really, really lucky with the tactics that we were running. I'm not an expert, trust me. Look at the season I'm having with Villa at the moment. I am very much not an expert. So there's definitely better people out there for you to learn from. I appreciate it, but my God, I am not an expert. I got very, very lucky. That was my first foray into streaming as well. Can I negotiate any of these? No. Well, do you know what? It's going to ruin you, mate, but you really want to go, so fine. I'll just accept all of them. Can we hear back from Ruben Neves and Fabinho? Right, here we go. Fabinho... We're going to get Fabinho to cover at defensive midfield, and we're getting Ruben Neves as well. Ramos is going to Man City, that's fine. We've signed the new boy, Francolino. I'll get his name right eventually. I'm tempted to start him against Blackpool. What's happened there? Why have all your chats... Apologies if you sent a really long message. I think my Streamlabs is set up to get rid of long messages. I thought I'd adjusted that actually, which I clearly haven't. Paragraph protection. I don't really want it to purge. Yeah, that will happen if you send like a really, really long message. So let me just up the character limit. I've changed the character limit to that, so apologies for that, Mozart. I didn't realise that was still set on there. Okay. I think that is relatively fine. If we can get Fabinho and Neves in before those games, I'll be really, really happy. But Buendia, McGinn in the wingers and Rodgers in the middle. That's what I've been trying to do. McGinn has just been so bad for me. Rodgers, I've had mixed success with him in the middle and on the wing, but he's starting to look a bit better on the wing. Yeah, on the wing in the last game as a wide forward. Which just made me think, actually. Let me... What side did Alisson play in the last game? Was it this? It was this side, because Rodgers was on the other side. So... yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to mess with anything. Right, we've got one transfer over the line. We haven't got all of them, so we're going to have to go with this. Let's get the advice sorted. Let's clear instructions, apply all advice. Press these boys at the back. And then let's get these. So, Roy Anderson. Why will it not let me hover over you? Right, fine. Anderson. Going on your left foot. Honeyman. Going on your left foot. Really hoping that this will reset after I close the game down. Right, left foot for Niall Ennis. And Ashley Fletcher, I'm pretty sure is going to be left foot as well. Yeah, it is. It's fine. But yeah, that combination of Buendia, McGinn and Rodgers should work absolutely fine. Sancho's been really good for me. Really good. So he's a good option too. Hit the save. Would recommend giving Sancho an extended go in your team because he has definitely done bits for us. Tyrone Mings I'll bring on in the second half just to get a bit of game time. I'll do the same with Ross Barkley as well. Bogart is shattered. I can't really bring him in. It's a little bit annoying. I can't believe Kamara's injured again. Right, let's go to the game. Giving the squad number to Francolino. I've not done this yet. So, Francolino. I mean, do we just give him Ollie Watkins is number 11? Doesn't have a preferred number. Or do we give him the 17? I mean, I'll give him the number 11. Why not? Move this if we last the season, we'll move the numbers around in season 2. If we last the season. Which we might not. Oh god. Right. Let's do that one. Still got a relatively strong 11, so the League One side we should be battering. So that'll be very telling. Very, very telling if we can. I don't know how they're doing in League One. That could also play a part. Magic of the FA Cup as well. I think Watkins doesn't work in your game. I could have told you that. Yeah, he really doesn't work. I don't know. To be fair, we got off to a bad start, which hasn't helped a lot of the players, but some of the players have played their way out of it. Like Morgan Rodgers has, for the most part, been a shining light all the way through. The defensive midfielders have been pretty sound. The defence itself has been all right for the most part. Matson and Digno have both played fine. Cash has played fine. Most of them have been able to kind of find ways out of it. But he just can't. Even Tammy Abraham has shown bits here and there, but he just, for whatever reason, couldn't get a run of games together to save his life. He scored a couple of goals for us, but only a couple. So I'm kind of glad to see the back of Watkins as a result of that. But yeah, it's disappointing because I was looking forward to it, and I've had decent experience with Watkins before. Like I've never had a save where he's been like a 20 to 30 goal a season striker, but he will get like 15 league goals a season, which is pretty respectable. It doesn't bother me at all. If you take some screenshots of it, and again, send them to me on Twitter, I'm more than happy to look at your tactics, mainly because I can get some pointers. Right, I'm going to put us to attacking because we're not really doing much here. We're having chances, but the highlights aren't really coming. Francolino, it's his first game for us, so I'm not judging him too much, but he is struggling out there a little bit. I'd like to see us be making a bit more headway here, to be honest. We've battered them, but again, strikers. Just by sending a message on Twitter or X or however you want to call it, or Threads or Blue Sky, either of those. I've got those as well. But just sending a chat on there. So if you find Stubo FM, and then you should be able to send me a message via that. And that'll be your best way. It's the way that jumps out to me anyway, so that is what I'd be tempted to do. Sorry if I said Twitch before, I meant Twitter. Twitter's the best one to do. Right. We've restricted them to having no chances, but we're not doing anything ourselves to actually get anything, so we need to do a bit better here. Francolino is relatively quick. Let's go with a deep line forward, because that actually might be the best way to get the best out of him. Let's go with that, and then say that to him. There are some very poor performances out here, actually. Right, go for it. Go for it. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that on Twitter. And I will go back to you. I can't promise you I'll get back to you very quickly necessarily, but I will get back to you, and I'm more than happy to give any advice. But again, I don't know if I'm the right person for it, but I'm more than happy to tell you what I think of anything. Sancho's gone down penalty. I don't care how we get a goal at this point. You don't have to apologise, not at all. You don't have to apologise at all. I'm not necessarily happy with the fact that we're having to potentially get a goal from a penalty here. We still have to score it, but we have. Right, Dougie Louise makes it 1-0. Now, let's try and use that as a jumping off point and see if we can maybe get a few more. I'd like us to really batter them. Okay, we're up the other end here, which is a bit concerning. Let's steal the ball off of them and go up and score a goal, please. There we go, Harvey Elliott. Right. Ball to Francolino. First time we're really seeing our new boy Francolino. He's running with the ball here. He's waiting for support. Trying to do it all himself. He's ended up getting an assist for Harvey Elliott. That makes me feel a bit better. I mean, it's a counter-attack against Blackpool, which is a bit tragic, but Kamara is, but he's injured. He started the season really well. Even though we weren't playing well, he was doing really well in our defensive midfield, but he had an injury that kept him out for a while. So Onana got in the team ahead of him, and then he's just come back from an injury. I've just been getting his fitness back up, and he's out for 2 months. This is the reason why you'll have seen me with free agent Fabinho, because we need someone else in for the rest of the season, because I'm a little bit worried that we've got a bit of a, it's not a glass cannon as such, because a glass cannon sounds more like an attacking player. I don't know if you've know the term glass cannon. I don't know what else it's used in, but I know it's used in Pokemon. It's like a glass wall. Like, he'll take a hit, but then he'll crumble after taking the hit. Right, Sancho's done really well there. He's gone for the shot. There is a friend in the Star of Emery and in the game. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what you mean with that, I'm afraid. Right, let's get a third here, boys. We're doing okay. Alisson's actually not had the best of games today, which I would have thought this might be right up his street. Okay, can we get the ball off of them here, please? We're just letting Coulson run around us here. Come on, lads. Round a bit more. This is not just about the win. Today, I want us to actually get the win by a fair bit. I'll bring Mings on. And I'm going to leave Francolino on for the time being. I will take Alisson off, though, and we'll bring on Wendia, who had a good game last time out. So let's see if we can do more of the same. Adam Wharton's not really done anything today. I was hoping he might take the game by the scruff of the neck. So, do you know what? Let's... Distribution. Let's try and get it to Wharton. Here, maybe. And let's just make sure we're giving him the license to take more risks. Not really much else I can do with him, really, is there? Lindelof's had a poor game as well, so we'll bring Konsa on too. It's been a really poor game, actually. I mean, we're winning purely because we've got more quality than them. But I'd like to be winning for more than just that. Another corner. Lindelof in my game makes a lot of mistakes and gives goals for the rivals. To be honest with you, he's actually been fairly, touch wood, fairly solid for me. The person who's made the most mistakes in Ezri Konsa. That'll do. Not Ezri Konsa. Tyrone Mings has been pretty poor for me, actually. And Pau Torres at times as well. Pau Torres has looked pretty average. So, yeah. No, Lindelof has done okay for me. Has done okay for me. Really, really happy with him as a kind of a rotation defender. Okay, that's upped everything a little bit. And it's good to see Francolino getting a decent rating on his first game. I'd have liked a goal for him. I mean, the game is still going. There's still time for it. But I would have liked to see a goal from him. So maybe if we can do that in the final part of the game, I'd be really happy. Right, Douglas Luiz coming forward. He's a defensive midfielder today, so he shouldn't really be doing that. Right, Wharton into Francolino. Elliott. Forward Francolino. He might be offside. He might be offside. I'm not going to celebrate until I know it's not offside. It's not being checked. It's not being checked. Debut goal for Francolino. Debut goal. Okay, I feel better again. It's 2 wins in a row, this will be. Paper and pencil with these tactics. Honestly, the tactics... I think the tactics are fine. It's just we've been in such bad form that if we get a hit, it just rocks us and we just take a while to mentally recover from it. And again, we are just being very careful at the moment because the board are ready to get rid of us if we make too many more mistakes. Adam Wharton has ended up coming into the game. I will take him off for Barkley because Barkley does need a bit of game time. And you know what? Bogard can come on for Douglas Luiz as well. Even though he's not fully fit, let's just get him a few minutes out there just to see the game out. The biggest thing for me, I'll be honest with you, when I started playing FM on FM20, it was my first one. FM21 was my first one I started streaming on Twitch and making YouTube content for. I could win the league with Villa in the first 2 seasons, no problem, in any of those games. Like, and that sounds like a brag, but it's just, I knew those games fairly well. I didn't find it a challenge. I still enjoyed playing it, but I didn't find it too much of a challenge. Since they've split the tactics, that's where my biggest problem has been. And I've struggled with it in this Villa save, very, very much so. I feel like we are getting a hand on it now in this save, but it has been a real challenge. So I understand what you mean completely with defense tactics. Right, that was good. I'm really happy with that as a performance. Really, really happy indeed. Okay, Neves' work permit is sorted. This guy, it's a no. He's awful. Why my under 21 guy wanted to sign him. I don't know. And we've got 6 million from the Tillemans deal, which is great. Right, Wharton is shatters. When's our next game? Everton in 7 days. Right, we'll give him 6 days off. I won't lie, I didn't know you could do that on this screen until just now. We've shown how you create your tactics in other videos you're streaming. I mean, the very first stream of this particular save, I did go through my tactics and how I set things up, but that wouldn't be a good example because we didn't start well. I haven't made any videos on YouTube or anything with it. So it's not really something I've done. I'll be honest, I'm not really that knowledgeable with tactics, so I just kind of plug things in and hope for the best. I couldn't tell you why certain things work and certain things don't, because I'm still figuring it out myself. Right, Adam Wharton, rest player. We're going to rest him for 5 days. Let's have a look at the whole thing. Who's the tiredest? Sancho is apparently one of the tiredest as well, so let's give him a rest for a couple of days. And Garcia, Maatsen, Alisson, Harvey, Dougie, Lamar, Morgan. You can all have 1 game. Okay, so realistically, let's have a quick look at the squad planner, which I've not really used much this season. Right. Do you know what? I think I have used it actually. Possibly. Right side of centre backs, it's Konsa, it's Lindelof, it's Torres, it's Mings, Bogard, maybe Fabinho. On this side, it is that way round, I think. Get rid of you. Yeah, happy with that. Playmaking side, it's Wharton, then it's Dougie Luiz. Then I suppose it would be John McGinn, but it's now going to be Ruben Neves. So let's pump Neves up here. He would be number 2 there. Don't want you in there. We don't want you in there. Don't want you in there. We don't really want you in there. We definitely don't want you in there. We definitely don't want you in there. I probably don't want you in there, to be honest with you. And then defensive side, it is you two, and then Doug Luiz. And then it is Bogard. And everyone else is not going to be there. Other than Fabinho, actually, we'll keep him there. And then Milinkovic-Savic is going to be here, if he's anywhere. So Morgan, I'd actually say Morgan's not there at the moment. It's going to be Buendia. Then Morgan, then Harvey. In fact, no, probably that way around more than anything. And then the right-hand side, it is going to be Jaden, John McGinn, Buendia, and Elliot. In fact, no, we need to put Alisson there as well. He's probably going to be there before him. And get rid of everyone else on that list. And then over on this side, Morgan Rogers is going to be there. And then it's going to be Sancho, Buendia, Bailey, Alisson, and then McGinn. And then at the striker, it's not going to be Morgan Rogers anymore. Francolino is top of the tree, followed by Tammy, and then Morgan would be there. Okay, so the reason why I've done that is because I just wanted to have a look at how the squad is looking. Team average ability is pretty decent, actually. It is the forward areas that we definitely need some depth in. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, I think, would end up going in and being, if not a starter, he'd be in the rotation of a starter. And then as the playmaker, Ruben Neves would go in and be a dedicated playmaking option. He would do a decent job going forward and back. Essentially, I just want to confirm that this is the right thing to do, and I do think it is. So we're going to be spending a fair bit of our wage budget, but I'm quite happy to do it. Ruben Neves is in the club. Job done. Job done. Okay. 3-star, 3-star. That's absolutely fine. We don't need him to be any more than that. Adam Wharton is the future of the club. But Ruben Neves offers a very experienced option with international pedigree. Obviously, we're going to need to register players and all of that kind of stuff. But immediately, I'm quite happy with having him in the club. Quite happy indeed. We need to have a look at registration, so let's just have a quick look at it now. Players, we've got 21 in the squad, so we don't need to add Francolino, which is great. Ruben Neves is in. Happy days. Confirm that. We might as well confirm his squad number as well. Ruben Neves doesn't have a preferred number, so let's give him the number 15. Yes, because we can give number 13 to Fabinho, because he likes the number 3, or at least he did at Liverpool. So that feels like the thing to do. Yeah, we'll do that. 15 it is. That is Ruben in. That's the squad done as well. We still need to think about Sergej. He's not very good with the ball at his feet. Well, he is, but he's not very good at running with the ball at his feet. But he's not very quick either. So we get the ball to him. Just a bit of a brick wall, isn't he? Look at his form in the second friendly. In fact, he's played 2 friendlies for us, actually. Played as playmaker in both of them, actually. Bit surprising. I wouldn't have played him there. I'd be playing him here. But that's just me. Right. Fine that. We're not bothered about talking about that. The Europa League games is going to be the... Well, the Europa League squad is going to be the interesting one to try and work out with the new signings. Obviously, we've got a space from Ollie disappearing. Right. Fabinho. I think this is a signing that we... Do we need it? Do we actually need it? Let's think about this. Let's think about this right now. We've got Adam Water. Sorry, wrong side. We've got Boubacar Kamara, who's injured. So this is a signing that really would only work for this season, but this would be coming in for next season as well. Amadou Onana is currently the cover. At the moment, we've also got Douglas Luiz and Lamar Bogard. Bogard is a better player than what... In fact, he's not actually. He's not actually that good, is he? Bogard was better. I thought he was better than that, but if he was better, then it'd be okay. However, he is a homegrown player in England and for the club, and that is quite important. This injury for Kamara keeps him out until March. Do you know what? I don't actually know whether we do need Fabinho. The quality of clubs that want him aren't particularly great. I mean, Valencia are currently 14th in La Liga, for example. But then that's the whole point, is they're after someone because they need a defensive option. He'd come in and do a very, very good job. Decent natural fitness. He's only 32. He'd be coming in as a regular starter, I think. Squad player, actually. Yeah, do you know what? Just cost him wages. Let's do it. We're not paying anything for him. He's in. That's got the board and the fans on side as well, which was kind of in the back of my mind too. So Fabinho in. Squad number, again, he's got no preference. We'll give him the number 13. We'll get Conser to welcome him as well. We've got Cash and Torres in the team of the week. After I was saying that Torres has not been that good for us, that's quite amusing actually. Right. See, he wanted to go and he's now not going. That's exactly why I rejected the offers. Is this our next opponent? It is. Not. No, it's Everton. So what are we? We're linked with these guys, aren't we? That's what it is. Have they got anyone who's decent? Oh, Diego Souza. Hello. Proper potential on you. Diogo Souza. Reasonable knowledge. 19 years old. Maybe we sign him. That's the question. Okay. Have a think about that, because we've got money left over. Let's give him and him a proper scout. They're decent players to look at for the future, I reckon. Got Man City in FA Cup, of course. We have a last cup run over. Hoping maybe we could win a trophy this season, but that's not going to happen now, is it? Because I think we're out of everything. Well, I say out of everything, you know what I mean. We're out of the Carabao Cup. I'm sure we were out of that a while ago. Those two games have really helped us out. Really, really helped us out. Carabao Cup, it was Wolves who knocked us out of that. Europa League, how are we doing? We're 8th. So we're probably through in that at least to the playoffs. That's something. He's left, right and centre. Right. Ramos is now a Man City player, that's fine. Bogard is out for 2 weeks. I'm really glad that I signed Fabinho. Bruised ankle 1 to 3 days. Might be back for Everton. Might not be, but he might be. How are Everton doing? 8th place. How many wins have they got? 8 wins. To be fair, they've only got 2 more wins than us, so... We'll leave him to scout a little bit longer. We've still got plenty of money, by the way, so we could make another signing. I just don't know who we'd sign, that's the thing. I was thinking of a winger, but I don't necessarily know whether right now we need one. So let's just make that change. Get Fabinho and Neves both on the bench. Just need Savic to get scouted a little bit more. Just think as another option in attacking midfield, it could be good. Actual put back in on the bench. And he'll go in starting 11 for Garcia. Although Garcia did play well. We'll bring Digne back in. His former club, of course. Move Sancho over to the right and we'll bring in Morgan. Same as the wide forward again, because that did work quite nicely. And with Francolino as a deep line forward, that could work very, very well. And then Buendia, will he be fit again in 2 days? He will be. How fit will he be? Well, he's full fitness actually, so that could be alright. Harvey Elliott played well though, so I'll tell you what, we'll keep Harvey Elliott in there. We'll see how we get on. I think we grab Onana. That, I think, will be our starting 11. So Lindelof, Mings, Maatsen, Fabinho, Neves, Buendia, Alisson, Tammy. I think I might drop Mings from there. And then I've got the 3 of them. I don't necessarily need all 3 of them, do I? That's the thing. Tell you what, Fabinho can wait. We'll put Mings back on there. And we'll have him play one of those. I've got Neves there who can come in. Yeah, that'll do. Ah, I missed the match preparation. Can I cancel that and go out to it? Let me do it. Well, brilliant. So, out of possession. Then we're going to go back to high press. Keep progression, that's fine. Keep those. Actually, that's all okay. Bizot's been taken ill. We'll send him home. So we need another goalkeeper. So we'll bring up one of the youngsters to go on the bench. Rich, not doing very well. Elliot, we need to have a word with him about his training. Cool. And then everyone else is fine because they're on the older side. I will, however, praise the guys who are doing well. Give them all a pat on the head because they do deserve it. I'll even go as far as praising Garcia as well. Everyone else I'll leave. Well, apparently got zeros for these. That's a bit weird. We might not go with Milinkovic Savic. I might come back on that one. See how I feel. Wow. Okay, so we've just made a couple of signings to get the team on board. We've just had 2 wins in a row, and we've had that. That's great. Wharton is really looking good. Ross Barkley's injured, but I'm not bothered by that. Barely use him anyway. Barely use him anyway. Right, expectations against Everton. Porters are predicting a draw. Would think it's going to be a draw, but would like to think that there could be a sneaky win. I mean, I'm probably on that side of things. I think we can win this. We actually edge it on the percentages. So, let's see whether we can get the job done. See if we can do it. Need another goalkeeper. Under 21s. Who can I steal? Asamoah? 1 star. Anyone better than you? Yeah, right, probably. It's not that great. Sorry, James, you're not. Hollingshead. Equally not as good. Proctor. We'll go with... That's one we looked at. We'll go with right. And I am really tempted to, assuming he's fit, go with Buendia. It's the wrong order, isn't it? Let me go update order. There we go. Didn't do very well against Blackpool, but we played him out wide. But against Crystal Palace, he was pretty decent. So, tell you what, we won't start him just yet. We'll stick with Elliot, but then we'll make the change if we feel like we need to. Right, you two the wrong way around. Let's move you there. So some opposition instructions in, and let's get this game played. And we're going to go in hard tackling on the goalkeeper. I feel nervous about that, but you know what? Why not? Let's give it a go. Right, Dibbling. Right foot is his worst. Alcaraz. Left foot is his worst. And Tiana Barry. Left foot is very much his worst. Fab. Okay. Drop an emergency save because you know what FM is like. Make sure that we are covering that just in case. Just simplify things for Morgan. Cool. Let's go. Everton. A game that it's going to be a tough one, but I think we have got enough in us to do well in this one. We just need to show the same ability that we did in the last game. Nice, these two. Very motivated Digne. Adam Wharton, not so much. See how we get on. The only thing I haven't done is I have not altered the distribution from the goalkeeper. I haven't moved that to playmaker, which I did in the last game, and it really did seem to give us a kick up the backside and get us playing well. We will do that if we feel like we need to, but for now we'll leave it as it is. Right, free kick here. Oh no, it's a throw-in actually. Digne, why is Digne taking a throw-in on the right-hand side? That's ridiculous. Right, Anana. It's back to Matty Cash. We have to have a look at our set pieces because that was bizarre. Right, Rodgers now. Rodgers goes round his man. Oh, Morgan Rodgers is back, ladies and gentlemen. Two Premier League games in a row, he has put the ball in the back of the net. Morgan Rodgers is back. Just completely dances around his man and puts it past Pickford. And that is 1-0 in the 11th minute at home against Everton. That's lifting a bit of pressure. Lifting a little bit of pressure. But it's only 1 goal. It's early in the game. Let's carry on and get seconds if we can. That would make life nice and a little bit easier for us. Okay, we have been all over them. They have had a chance there, but we have pretty much been all over them so far. Again, a little bit more of a cutting edge would be nice. Francolino not really getting many signs of goal, but we are playing as a deep line forward. We are going to have a bit of a play around with him to work out the best way to get the best out of him. He's pressed well there, actually, and Digne's ended up winning the ball back off the press, which is good. Right, Morgan Rogers is going to go for it again. No, he gets it into Francolino, and it's a debut Premier League goal for Francolino. And it's Morgan Rogers with the assist, which is even better. Remember, Francolino actually did the pressing, which forced Everton to go a little bit longer than they wanted to. Digne wins the ball from that, gets the intercepts. Digne then gets the ball to Rogers, who gets it to Francolino, who again technically started the move. And that is a debut goal for Francolino. The relief. Got a striker who's scoring when he's supposed to. Oh my word, and Morgan Rogers having a blinder so far in this first half, which is great to see. I'd love a third just to secure things, but I'm quite happy with 2-0 at half time. Okay, we have a highlight. Pickford goes short to Mikolenko. Didn't really look like he knew what he was doing there. We managed to win the ball back straight away. Right, Wharton. Ball into Rogers. Rogers, Francolino. Goes out wide to Digne. Back to Rogers, to Onana. Onana wants to get in on the action. Nearly does. Francolino's got the rebounds. Ah, it's offside. Tell you what, this is more like it. This is more like it. When we play, we play. That is a fantastic first half. This would still keep us in 14th, but it just means that we're closing that gap between ourselves and the top half of the table. Minimum, that's what the board want from us this season. So, that's a great start. I'm going to say that one. Right, individuals. Let's have a quick go around. Everyone who's not in a green rating. We'll have a chat with them and just say, keep going. And then we'll have a quick chat with Harvey Elliott. Not been good enough so far. Let's see a bit more from him. I will change him to a free roll, which is what we would put Buendia in anyway. So let's do that. And let's see whether we can get more from him and get more from this team as well. Goalkeeper's trying to kick the ball short, which is why we've been able to get those interceptions, which has really helped us. Possession-wise, it's been really good for us as well. Just felt much better. Right, Digne with throwing on the correct side this time to Torres, to Onana, to Konsa. Goes back to Elliott. Elliott still Elliott, into Sancho, into Wharton, into Rogers. Lovely play there. We've actually ended up with an offside, but that was some lovely play there. Really nicely done. Really good move. It was a lovely play from Elliott there. No end product. I mean, if we'd have got a goal, we'd have probably ended up with a higher rating for him. He is probably going to be coming off in a minute, though. Dropped down to a 6.3. I don't really like the fact that Everton are now having opportunities around by our goal. I mean, did Martinez want to even try there? What was Martinez doing? He just stayed rooted to the spot. Don't like this build. Don't like this build. Don't like this build. Over the bar. Right. Let's make the change. Elliott's not had a good game. Buendia can come on. Sancho's not been brilliant either, so we'll bring on Alisson. And Konsa, he's looking a bit shady out there. So, shady is the wrong word, probably. Lindelof will come on. And I'll leave it at that for the time being. Neves is going to get his debut today. We are going to bring Neves on, but I'm not going to do it right now. Right. Can we just get a bit more of a zip going? Let's go with a bit more creative freedom, a bit more expressive. I'm happy with our pressing of their goalkeeper, though, at the moment. More of that would be good. Okay, I don't like the fact that they're entering our area more. Buendia heads it to Francolino. That's brilliant. Puts it back to Onana. Back to Francolino. Alisson. Francolino did a really good job of covering off there. Francolino. Pass through to Emi Buendia. That is lovely. That is superb. And Francolino, not just the goal scorer. doing bits when it comes to assists as well. That's exactly what I wanted from him. And Buendia has responded really well as well. Oh, I'm feeling better. We're not out of the woods yet with the board, but this is really going to help us. 3-0, much more comfortable. We've withstood their pressure quite well. Again, we're not completely out of the woods yet, but we have withstood their pressure, which is good. Right, Wharton's had a decent enough game, but I am going to take him off. Ruben Neves will make his debut for us. I'm going to actually ask the goalkeeper to distribute to the playmaker. Let's just see if he can get anything going for us. And I'm tempted to take Francolino off, actually, just to give him a bit of a hero's reception on his way off the pitch. Bring on Tammy. Do you know what? I am going to do that. And Tammy can be the target forward. So hero's reception for Francolino. Superb debut. Superb league debut, I should say. Superb pair of games in his first two for us. He's been fantastic. Right. Let's see what we can do. We're just going to see the game out here. Focus play down the right. Do you know what? Don't mind if I do. Let's do that. Let's get the ball to Ruben. Get into Allison. Cash on the overlap. Sounds like a plan. No, nothing. Okay, fine. 3-0 against Everton. That's a great result. That's a really good result. Again, still in 14th, but that gap is closing between ourselves. It's only a 5-point gap between us and the team in 10th. That is much more like it. Much more like it. Great performance from Rodgers. Trying to pick things back up. Owen Weir's not overly happy, I'm assuming. And we've got Freiburg coming up as the next game. Really good performance from Francolino. Really impressed with him. That is exactly what we wanted. We need to register him into the Europa League squad. Now, I don't know whether it's going to let us do that before the game. They're used to in Fm24. Registration. Europa League. Registration closed. Reopens in 18 days. We don't have Francolino for the Europa League. That is a problem. That is a problem. So it will be Tammy, who has, to be fair to him, been in decent form recently. So I'm not too unhappy about it. We're also going to be without Ruben. Oh, I'll put John McGinn on the bench. Be without Allison. Do you know what? It's been a while since we had to deal with this, actually. We had real squad registration problems with the Europa League. I mean, we could put Garcia on the bench, but we're going to have to put some youngsters on the bench to fill it out. Mully, you any good? Not particularly. Hemmings is coming up from an injury. Brannigan, not great. You know what? Let me just have a quick look at under 21s. Current ability. Who's the best player here? It's Redmond, so we'll call it Redmond if we can. Redmond and Brannigan. It's going to have to be those two. Redmond. He's unregistered. He won't be allowed to. So it's going to be Brannigan and someone else. Not very good options. Just due to registration stuff. Burrows, what about you? Yeah, Burrows will do. I'm assuming we don't have anyone in the under 18s who's going to be that good. Right, Maggio would be. He's superb. Hello. He's superb. For his age, he's fantastic. He's just injured. Lower back stress fracture. Return date to be confirmed. But that just happened. It must have done. He's been superb all season. Okay, well, we're going to keep an eye on him. He's only just joined us as well. They probably wouldn't have been able to play, actually, because he's not been here long enough. Keelan Quinn. Not really good enough. Jamie Kellyman is the other one, but yeah, no. Right, let's carry on. Preparation, we're high press, keep with progression. I'd actually quite like us to work on our corners, to be honest. Quite nice. So Torres, Rogers and Francolino all in the English Premier League team of the week. That is something we like to see. Again, I'm just gutted we don't have Francolino for this game against Freiburg. Fletcher Boyd. Why has his name not come up to me? Is he out on loan? No, he's not. Okay, let's get Fletcher on the bench. Why have I not put Fletcher there? Fletcher Boyd, because he's not been here long enough, I think. Is the answer to that question. Unregistered. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay. Well, that's just going to be what we go with. I will start Wendia, though. He had a really good start last time out. Looks good. It looks like we're getting to the point where we're making things happen a bit more. With Rogers and also Francolino. Okay, he's made an offer for a player. I mean, the potential could be okay. Okay. I think Milinkovic-Savic was a decent idea, but no one else is in for him. He's declining, and although he's decent right now, I just don't know whether he would get to the point where we'd be regretting it. I'm already thinking we might do that with Fabinho. Right, Kamara, potentially Premier League standard. Souza, potentially Premier League standard. These would be two gambles, but they do look decent. I mean, he's already a League 2 player at 18. Didn't want to click on that. I love how this is glitched. That's quite fun. Currently League 2, potentially Premier League. And good League 2, potentially Premier League. I reckon, while we've got the money, let's bring in a couple of youngsters. So, make an offer. Let's pop in a profit from next sale of 5%. Yeah, sweet. Right. Do that. They might ask for loan backs, which if they do, I'm quite happy to do that. For both of them. 20 years old. This one could be a bit more of a risk. 5 million. Again, percentage of profit. Yeah, I thought they might fight back on this one. They really like him. 5 million. No, not installments. After league appearances, we'll give you another 5 million. He reaches 30 games. Yeah. Sweet. Let's get those deals over the line. Okay, they only want Souza back, which is quite funny. We will accept that. Let's get the Kamara deal. Just join them. Okay, that's fine. Souza, fine. Fringe player. I'll get rid of that one. I'll get rid of that one. Yep, fine. Negotiate him down a little bit. We'll keep an eye on Kamara because he looks decent. In games, let's lower that down to 20. And let's lower that down to 32.5. There we go. Sweet. It's a deal done. Quite happy for him to go back there for the rest of the season. Quite happy for that. Just want to have a quick look at the Europa League registration again. So, we've got no homegrown at club players. That was the problem. So we can only have a maximum of 21 players in. So we can only put Fabinho or Ruben Neves in. Which is going to be our problem. So if we want to bring anyone in, we do have to bear that in mind with it. And now, if I go to here, let's just have a look for homegrown status, trained at club. They're the only players who scouted. Let's just take that off and let's just have a look at general players. Carney, obviously, we know. Jacob Ramsey, I still wish he was at the club. Philogene, I'm okay without. I'd love to have Jack Grealish for like the rest of the season. I feel like that would be a really good one. It's quite cool seeing the amount of players that we've had a hand in training that are populating football. Can we take over Jack Grealish's loan? Used to be able to do that. Future fee. So Everton can make this permanent if they want to. Optional 30. Okay. How's he done for them this season? Not very well. Never mind, we won't have him. Essentially, if we bring anyone in, the problem we're going to have is they're not going to be able to play in the Europa League, or we have to take someone else out. That's where we're going to struggle. Go with transfer doubtful. So we're not saying no, but we're also saying it's very unlikely that you'd want to come. So Trincao, 26 would be decent. Smith Rowe always intrigues me. He was meant to come to Villa at one point. Still got a bit of potential, apparently. Quick, decent mentals. Concentration's not as high as I like it to be, but good with the ball at his feet. Can play all across that front attacking midfield. Could be a good player to bring in as a solid permanent fixture there. Trossard, honestly, too old. Don't really want to sign anyone who's just for potential. I've just thought Francolino's the other player, so I won't be able to get Neves or Fabinho into the Europa League squad without taking someone out. Or someone's out. Who wants Trincao? Real Madrid and Liverpool. So, okay, Trincao's obviously doing something right. Again, I mean, this could be the right-sided winger. So, they want 52. It's a minimum release clause. That's the thing. You'd want a release clause of 64. Could be a decent player though, couldn't he? He is a decent player actually, but not. There's no could be about it. Not the quickest. Aggression's not that great. Bravery's not that great. But all of these are in the range that they need to be. Having a good season in Portugal. Great finisher. Good long shots. Good passing. And it means that we can just focus on defence next season. It's a big signing, that. So there's a lot of money to spend on someone, but Trincao looks like he could be the guy. We've got the money to do it. Just about. And we can try and do a bit of magic with moving how much we pay now, possibly. Make the offer. No one else has made the offer yet, so let's put in 40 million now. And over 3 years, we'll do the final 12. But we'll put 15 in, along with profit from next sale of 10%. No. It's going to be release clause or nothing, isn't it? Fine, let's do the release clause. Make the offer. We have to cancel the other deal, the youngster one, then I don't mind. Right, it's been accepted. So he wants to play right wing, inside forward. Happy with that. Happy with that. No, do you know what? Get rid of those two. We're happy with that. I'm happy with him being an important player. Try and lower this as much as we can. Real Madrid come in for him. That's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. I'd like to up this to 70. I'd like to drop that to 5%. Okay. Go down. Tell you what, I'll add an assist bonus in there as well for you. Just try and sweeten it. Put that to 5 again. 64, that's fine. I'll get that down. Okay, I'll give you the wage, but this has got to come down. Fine. Have it. Right, let's get Trincao in. I think he looks like he could be really good. Another Portuguese player. Portuguese speaking player. That's fine. We just need to see whether other players, other teams now come in for him. And offer him for Bogard. Unstall that. I need to think about that one. Should be enough for him. But they've not hit the release clause, so we might be alright. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get to the game against Freiburg. But we're going to have to start with Tammy. The new boys are having to miss out. It is what it is. We'll make do as best as we can. Bizotti's back though, so we can put him on the bench. We're saved. That's the 11. This probably is going to be the final game of the stream. Would have gone way longer than I was expecting to, actually. Been enjoying it. Only a couple of people to talk to, but that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. I've still enjoyed it. Right, let's... Do we move anyone? Do we bring Dougie Louise in? Maybe. Banana. Yeah, do you know what? Let's do that. Although the right way around. That keeps moving for some reason. Okay, let's go to it. See how we get on. Hopefully, we get on with 3 more points in the Europa League. Maybe not, though. Although I would keep just basically saying, the media keep having to go at you. Let's do it. Let's see whether this good form, 3 wins on the bounce, can translate. Is it 3 wins on the bounce? I think it is. Wow. Definitely 2. 2, maybe 3 wins on the bounce can translate into success in Europe. Away from home as well. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but see how we can get on. Right. We're just carrying on from the opening highlight here. Okay. Cash. It's to Sancho. Back to Cash into Wharton. Wharton coming forward now. Over to Douglas Luiz. Out wide to Digne. Digne looking for Rodgers. He's found him. Oh, close to 1-0 there. Close to 1-0. Rodgers is back to his swashbuckling best. Right, Wharton with the corner here. Whips it in. Looking for the header. Pau Torres hits the crossbar. Rodgers keeps it in play though. Into Pau Torres. Back to Rodgers. No, gives the ball away. Right, Torres. I'm blaming you for not being back in a defensive position. And you know what? I've not done any player instructions. I've just thought we just got straight into the game. We'll see how we go. We'll put some on if we feel like we need to. But at the moment, we're starting off quite well without them. Right. Here come Freiburg. Already had a good opportunity from kickoff, so we do need to be wary of them. Ball goes out of play. There we go. It's not the end of the highlight. What is going on? 1 key highlights. Something must happen from all of this. Right, Tammy now. He's going to go support. He's had to go back a little bit. Gets to Buendia. Back to Dougie Luiz. Ball for Rodgers. No. Goes back to the goalkeeper. That's got to be the end of the highlight, surely. No, the highlight's going to continue. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this highlight. This is crazy. Is this going to be a goal for Freiburg? It's an own goal. It's Pau Torres. It's Pau Torres, who's been an annoyance all season with the fact that he insists on being considered a creative player in set pieces, so I can't really do set pieces properly. It's really poor from him. Okay. Well, we know what that was building to finally. Let's apply all advice, which we forgot to do before. And then I am going to press you guys, as we always do. Oh, this has come back, which is nice. Right. Right foot for you. Philippe, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea, actually, so I'm not going to pretend. We're going hard on you. And best day, we'll leave you. Okay. Go with that. Okay, we've made a good start. We're just really unlucky with that own goal. Let's just carry on going as we were. We can go attacking if we feel like we need to. We're doing okay in the Europa League, so it's not the end of the world if we do lose this game, but I'd like us to continue the momentum that we've built up in the last few games. But I'd like us not to find us in the position where that will happen. Okay, we're doing well with our defensive positioning here. I've not done training for a while, I've just realised as well, which is a bit concerning. I don't know what the lads have been training on. I've not been involved. Okay, we're getting a bit penned in here, which is a bit concerning. It's so lucky there. Man more from the boys. Started really well, but they're all over us at the moment. We need to start swarming forward. Let's go attacking. Let's just try and counter the attackingness with more attacking. Fight fire with fire, as it were, which is not necessarily the way to do it, but okay. Let's try and get something going here. Unfortunately, it's Freiburg who are getting something going. Freiburg are doing a really good job here. Really, really good job. They're just shooting on sight. We need to shut them out. We need to absolutely shut them out. We're pressing them as much as we can. Trap them inside. Buendia's really struggled today. Maybe go a bit more direct. I don't know. Right. Sancho, Abraham, Sancho. Back to Douglas Luiz. Sancho's not had a great game today. Neither's Buendia. Neither's Tammy. Morgan to Digne. Torres will be coming off at half time, I think. Right, Warson, Douglas Luiz. He's gone for a shot. Douglas. Shoot less often, mate. They've had no shots on target and they're 1-0 ahead. That sums up this entire save so far. It really does. I'm going to say that one. Buendia, really not happy with his performance. He's been anonymous. Not been good enough so far. Say he was unlucky, but I'm not happy with him. Say that to those guys. Right, we'll take him off. Tammy's anxious, but I don't have another striker at the moment to change him with. We'll bring Tyrone on. He's begging for a game. I mean, you can have one. Buendia can come off for Elliot. And then I'm going to say, let's put the ball down our left-hand side. And we'll work the ball into the box, just see if we can make a bit more of what we're doing. Just want to get the ball to Morgan a little bit more. And let's just see if he can make something happen for us. Their right back is having a decent game, but not a great game. So hopefully we can just get in on him a little bit. They keep coming forward having chances. I think we might lose this one, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but I will be a little bit annoyed. A bit more expressive. Let's be a little bit quicker in distributing the ball out. Right. Try and win the ball back here, boys. Struggling to do just that. Philippe has been pretty good for them. We used him before, not in FM, in FIFA, and he's been very, very good. There's two. There's two. All the hard work we've been doing, just out the window completely. They have been all over us. I'm going to go more direct. I'm going to berate the team. Let's get some more opportunities. When they get the ball, we can't get it off of them. Until just then, that was superb. Right, Morgan Rogers. Gets it to Digne. Back to Morgan. Got two players on him, Morgan. Whips it into Tammy. Back to Morgan. Back to Tammy. Ah, yeah. We should be scoring. We should be scoring. Oh, we should be scoring. Ah. Jaden's had an awful game. So, John McGinn's going to come on. That's how desperate we are that I am actually going to willingly bring John McGinn on. Tammy's been awful. Tammy's been really, really bad. Okay, we're going to go both flanks. And we're going to put whipped crosses in. And we're going to hit early crosses. Mix things up a little bit with that. Just try and feed Tammy a little bit more. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go 3 at the back. Elliot hasn't really done a lot either. We'll go 2 up top. Channel forwards. And then I guess McGinn's going to have to come into the middle here as an attacking midfielder. Actually, no, I need a centre-back, don't I? That's a fair point. Right. Douglas Luiz is actually having a decent game. I don't want to take Adam Wharton off. So we just go with Morgan as a deep line forward. See if he can recreate what Francolino was doing. And then bring on Lindelof in the middle. These guys are doing that. And then out of possession, Lindelof at the back. Get the ball to these guys out wide and just see if we can get something going. Just trying something different. I don't necessarily think this is going to work, but I just want to try something else. We'll give that a go. I'll just see. It's not going to do anything, but we might as well give something else a go and see if we can just get something out of this game. It's more a necessity just to get Tammy Abraham off the pitch, to be honest. It's more that. But I think this is going to be a bit of a disappointing loss here. Unless we can pull something out really late. Right, Matty Cash now, whipping it in. Harvey Elliott is going to get on the end of it. Whips it back in. He's looking for John McGinn. Can't find him. We managed to keep possession here. Tyrone Mings now. Digne. Whipping it in. McGinn goes down. That is a penalty. That is a penalty. That... Can you imagine if we can get back in after this? That might be what does it for us. Right, it is a penalty. I don't know who's going to be taking it. That's the thing. It might be Rodgers, it might be Douglas Luiz. In fact, it will probably be Douglas Luiz, actually. Right. Douglas Luiz pulls one back. More of the same. More of the same, please. Not got a lot of time left. An equaliser. I'll be happy with an equaliser. Right, Matty Cash. We have got another highlight here in the final minute. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Cash gets it back, still in our possession. Cash again. Into John McGinn. Back to Matty Cash. Adam Wharton. We've got a corner. I didn't do the sound, by the way. I've just realised I didn't do the alert. No, that's it. Okay. Well, we're still going to struggle in Europe. Obviously, we've not solved everything. 2-1's not the end of the world. I mean, where are Freiburg in the table? I see the table. It's not going to let me see it there. Around the same area as us, so we're playing about the same as them. So I won't go too hard on them because it was away from home. But that is a bit of a disappointing one. It would have been nice to get a win there. With how we've been playing in the Premier League, I would have thought we'd have been right there for it. But obviously not the way it was meant to be. How are Freiburg doing in the German League? 5th. They're having a great season, so that's fine. I'm not overly unhappy about that. I don't think the board are going to be too unhappy with us with that. I am a bit concerned that our next game is 4th place Newcastle. That is going to be a struggle. But we have been flying, and we have got a win against a big team in us, so I'm not too unhappy about that. Also, we are going to have the new boys available for this one as well. We will have Francolino, who, frankly, see what I did there, we desperately need back in the starting 11, because Tammy Abraham looked way out of his depth on that one. Like, ridiculously out of his depth. And we will have Fabinho and Neves available as well. John McGinn, actually, fair credit to him, looks all right in that game. Actually didn't look too bad. So we might give John McGinn a bit of a reprieve in terms of we'll give him an opportunity in this next game. We've got everything set up. Fabinho, we'll probably have him on the bench, actually. Douglas Luiz actually had a really good game. I can't fault Douglas Luiz there. He was one of the few shining sparks. I mean, yes, he did score a penalty. That does help his rating, but definitely good to see. We'll swap you guys around. We'll have Dougie be the playmaker. We'll rest Wharton completely, actually. We'll have Fabinho on the bench. Mings did okay, so I'm tempted to start him against Newcastle. We desperately need to rest Cash. Only give him a 2-day rest at this point. Digne as well. Do the same. 2-day rest. Morgan Rogers will give a 2-day rest. No, he didn't have a great game last time, but he's been playing well for us the last few games, so I'm willing to overlook it. Played well against Crystal Palace. Did well against Everton. Freiburg didn't have his mate, so I'll forgive him. We'll put Elliot in there. And Alisson is there on the bench as an option as well. 2 goals and 2 assists from 2 games for Francolino is kind of nuts, to be fair. So he's definitely had a good impact on the squad already. Right, I'm going to save it there, and that is going to be it for today. Been a long one. We've done about a month, so we're not quite at the end of January, but we've done about a month in game. We have spent a fair bit of that in transfers and a few technical issues as well, so it's been a bit longer than it perhaps would have normally been, but I've had a lovely time. Hopefully you've had a lovely time as well. I'm probably going to be back tomorrow. Not too sure if it's going to be during the day or the evening, probably the evening, but I will be back tomorrow, and we'll pick the save up and see whether we can save ourselves from being sacked. Operation Not Get Sacked, that'll be the name of tomorrow's stream. But that is going to do it for today's video stream, however you're watching this. And thank you DJ Lazzarini for the follow, and thank you Mozart for the company. That's been very lovely. I'll see you guys next time. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome. Have a lovely rest of your day with whatever you're doing. Take care and goodbye for now.